Okay. Let's play some D&D. I don't have a pre-session talk for tonight. What I do have, I knew he was hiding spoons. What I do have is, I have a question for you guys.
Do you believe in a thing called love?
Yes, that is actually the question. No. What did you guys do last week? Someone give me the recap.
Oh boy, last week we finally entered Pain with Teddy, the two other guys, Calamar, Rabe, and I forgot the two humans' names, and Fayte.
Lore master, just keeping it down. All right.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. Couldn't watch it because the internet was so bad where I was at, so I couldn't watch the recap. So I was just like, hey, everyone, go watch this video. Yeah, listen, they're not important, so you know. Elf boy and his human friend.
All right, let's take it from there. Go to.
I'm gonna get some water, but I can hear. Oh,
let's take it from there. Go to Bruno. I mean.
Okay. So what happened to me? I was traveling with Grimtooth and Tribute. It's Tribute, right? We were.
Sure, his name wasn't Grimjaw.
Grim Cracker. I don't know.
Grim Jowls.
Jesus. Grand Jowls.
That was the one that sent him over.
Grandma Jowls, yeah.
Grim Jowl, Cracker Jowl, Grand Cock, I don't know. They're traveling. I forgot his name. Put me in a bottle. Told him he can go fuck himself. Made me stupid. We went into Pain. I was on a leash. We ran into the hook. I was like, oh fuck. Just teleported out of there, went into an inn, and just hide in there, but I appreciate it's the whole, oh shit, and I'm all, because all I can hear is,
So I'll
this
pick
lady
it up.
is on my I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
I'll pick it up for Fayte and Calamar. They decided to go shopping, while the other ones, instead of being persuaded to go with them, went to the tavern, where they proceeded to trade a Vorpal axe for a glass steel glaive. And then they were heading down the old boulevard, sitting on the dock by the bay. And were spotted as Calamar was in his Harmony suit. So he was looking like a fall Eladrin.
Are you saying he got accosted?
He definitely got something. But luckily they were able to sneak their way out of there using magic and illusions and whatnot. And everybody sort of rendezvoused back at the tavern, where Rabe was kind of... I don't know, what was Rabe doing in the bar exactly? It kind of, I don't know if it seemed like he was trying to explain to them the ropes, or telling them that they weren't gonna...
I was trying to explain to them the ropes of this place, and that's why they need to wear pigment and yada yada. And then in came Fortis and Rabe, not recognizing Foley, but knowing he knew this guy somewhere, tried to like shout out, and then Fortis went and then got walked upstairs like the good doggy that he is.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to get spanked because he was a bad dog.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, that might have been my fan fiction taken off. Oopsie. Yeah.
No, it was off camera, but well.
That was the after credits like extra scene.
I got it on Corn Pub. All right.
Oh, my favorite.
So, yeah, AI is a motherfucker.
On Horn Pub.
So that's our bit of a recap here about what everybody had kind of experienced at the very last thing that we had done, was that the rest of the party had all sort of, well, sans Fortis, had all seen Calamar's Mind Flayer visage while hearing in the room next door Grimtooth and Tribute conversing, because the walls are like one slat thick. So let's just pick it up where we left off, with Calamar and Fayte doing their evil turn from the window to look upon the rest of the party. And by rest of the party, I mean Rabe, Laren, and Oslo, as they all kind of look in and like, what the fuck is that thing over there? Are you gonna fuck that mind flayer? And then Laren's like, where's Calamar? And then Fayte said, this is Calamar. We're gonna pick it up there. But first, let's go over some goals. You boys ready to catch up and surpass Daniel?
Into the goal.
You guys ready to catch up and surpass Daniel?
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
and Bruno?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start with good old-fashioned Rabiolus McMiniman, which of course is
Oh, I thought it was Maximus. I thought that was but that was from the last campaign, so it's changed.
Right.
That makes my only goal that has changed is the session goal, which is to visit Nysara.
Okay. All right. And then Fortis, you got any goals?
If I remember correctly, the same goals as last time.
Kill anyone named Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what happened to your friends.
Yep. And I believe I could also put ask about doppelgangers. So when I can speak proper English.
When you are able to.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I did actually succeed last week's thing because I skipped the Deadwoods. Kind of escaped. I left.
Oh, you didn't. You very much so are in the Deadwoods.
Never mind, I'm a liar.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
So, kill anyone named Vic, escape the Deadwoods, and ask about doppelgangers, which is gain more information.
All right. What about Fayte the Kayate Laboka?
My session is to still meet up with the employers. My short term, my new one, is to defeat the Worm Dragon.
Oh, yeah. And then your long term is still return with profit.
Oh,
or is that your personal?
That's my personal. My long term is figure out the mail he got.
Ah.
We're trying to contact you about your vehicles and warranties, running that one.
Right. Okay. Well, Rabe, you, Laren, Oslo all peer into the terribly tiny 15-foot wide by 20-foot long single bed, single bedside table, tavern room to see a mind flayer and Fayte in his elfin form.
Rabe has very briefly seen Calamar like this before, right?
No.
At the back of the mansion?
No, you weren't looking at him. You were looking at Eridan staring over him, so I had made it so that way with a perception check from you versus a stealth check, I want to say, from Calamar, he was able to shift underneath his robes while he was laying there for his one a day. But Fayte did just say to you that this is Calamar.
This is quite the turn of events, I would say. Why is the need to hide it so? Is my question.
I think he felt that his kind wasn't much appreciated around this realm, at least these parts. Well, they are very much.
You would hear from Calamar, well, I have been attempting to subvert many expectations, so to speak, and I would like for it to not be known of my true nature. That is why I chose to take on the Vigils of Harmony.
Harmony was actually a companion lost in this place.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I don't know Zahamani. But okay, this makes sense. Well, I hope that worked out for you. Oh, well, welcome to most bars, I would say.
Yes, well, unfortunately, I will not be able to transform myself into one of the other visitors that I have the ability to, so I fear I will be staying in the room for a day.
Nice.
Considering that my abilities recharge every dawn.
Well, this is understandable. I get it. Yeah.
That makes sense. We'll have to leave you in here. We still have to meet up with our employers soon.
Yes, of course. And was that the only reason we were coming here?
I have some stuff to do in the town as well, and well, I mean, this is one of the few places that is pretty decent around here, so I figured, why not show you guys off?
Yes, finding our employer and possibly getting new companions was the main reason I think that we came.
Well, I hope that Timothy Baker fares well. As I thought we were supposed to meet him here, while he was looking for a soul coin to repair or at least refuel his vehicle to take us to...
That's right, I also need to get the soul coin.
Oh, good. Perhaps you could procure one alongside him. Either way, I can ward this room relatively well.
Do you remember of how many soul coins he needs, or would just one suffice?
I don't know. That would likely be his understanding. I didn't really ask him how many it takes. Perhaps it's a 4-pack of AA soul coins.
I guess we'll have to ask around. I don't know how relatively rare they are, as they seem pretty rare outside.
Well,
Besides summoning a demon, I don't know how else we get.
I am also out on a loop here, so I cannot really be of any help as I don't know anything.
Rabe, you seem to be a buyer of soul coins. Where would we get soul coins in this town?
It's very, it's sometimes rare, but sometimes you might be able to find someone who has bested a demon and gotten a soul coin. And then you just try to barter with them about it. Sometimes they are willing to accept, other times, maybe not.
We don't really have anything left to trade.
Well, do you remember that one crier that was in the entranceway told us to go to the Lost and Found detective agency to find someone? Perhaps maybe a detective could also hunt down some soul coins.
Yeah, but then they want something on top.
That seems to be the way of everything, is it not?
Fair.
Yes.
Fortis.
Yes, the Lost
All
and
right,
Found
my turn.
detective agency run by Magnum Columbo. That shall be our goal.
Fortis. You were just dragged into a room, and before you, you just see from the blue-skinned tiefling tribute, and he's pointing at Grimtooth, the 6-foot+ tall goblin lich who has put you into this feeble-minded state. As he's going blah 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 blah, blah, points over to you, blah 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 blah. would you like to do?
I'm going to very confidently tell him, I hate you. But I'm pretty sure all that comes out is,
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
that's really it. That's really all. I'm just standing there.
Grimtooth like turns to you and looks at Tribute and goes, blah, 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 blah. Tribute goes, shakes his head in the negative, blah, 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 blah.
Just, I'm sorry. Fine, you win. Get off me.
You start pulling on the collar a little bit. Grimtooth goes, bleh, bleh. He puts his hands up in like almost like a placating motion, like, bleh. And you see he goes to reach for the collar, and he undoes it. Goes bleh, bleh.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look around me. Do I see like a chair or a bed or anything?
Yeah. There's a single bed and a bedside table.
I'm going to attempt to like point at the bed, like sit down. I'm gonna point at the bed.
You go to sit down. Tribute looks to you, goes blah 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 blah. Looks over to Grimtooth with like waving his hands, very very articulating with his hands, blah 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 blah, and then he is going to begin leaving the room.
Oh God!
So as he gets to the door, opens it. The rest of you guys would have heard. What the fuck? I thought I killed her. I split her in half. What the fuck? Tribute. You guys would hear to Fayte. It would be a familiar voice. It would be the voice of Tribute, and then you would hear, this is through the wall. Look, all I'm saying is we're gonna have to find a spell to get this off of him. This isn't exactly a temporary or like a concentrating thing. We need to find like a hag or someone. And then Tribute goes, okay, and then you guys would just hear, "Meh." and then you'd hear, okay, stop, stay. I'm just going to undo the. Okay, now stay. All right. Did he just? There's no way that he still has this attitude. Is he throwing attitude at me? No. There's no way. He couldn't possibly. You hit him with a wallop. Anyways, all right. I'll go see if the hag fucking the one that stays here. I'll go see if she can, help out a bit. All right. Well, oh God, that means I have to stay with him. Okay. And then you guys hear and out. Rabe, you would see literally the door right next to you guys. You would see this blue-skinned tiefling with this fucking, like, these big, huge, like, gaudy ice blue horns that kind of, like, start in little tufts of fur. He walks out, and he's wearing, like, a black robe with this, like, pendant of a upside-down trident as he walks out, and he shuts the door. He looks to you, Rabe, and Laren, and Oslo, and goes,
Are we in our room?
I assumed that the rest of them were standing outside of the doorway, as that's where they left
that's
them.
where we ended the walk.
Nobody had said that they actually had entered the room after you unlocked it, opened it, and ran to the window. And then and he looks out in the hallway. He looks and goes, you didn't hear anything.
So you have impressive horn, I must say. Very,
thank you.
Very well.
Thank you.
You also value color. Strange.
Is that you?
Oh, do I
as
hear
he
dark
starts-
and broody?
Starts walking outside.
Yeah,
door.
you get to the doorway, and he goes, "Oh, Fayte, Hey.
He does like the traditional astral elf sign and bow. Like,
Oh, okay. Yes, we are. All right. Hey, Grimtooth, your charge is here. Hey.
we've been looking for you in Grimtooth.
Oh, okay. One sec. And he kind of goes back to the door. You hear him shut the door and goes, "Hey, our party is here." What? How did they find us? I don't know. They said Fayte is out there at least. I don't know if the rest of them are here, but they said they were looking for us. Oh, okay. Fortis, you're sitting on the bed. Grimtooth goes, blah, 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 and then he shakes his head in the negative. Blah, 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 blah. The rest of you guys would hear this very, very clearly. Okay, I'm going to step out for a moment. Don't try to run away, and don't piss on the bed. All right.
Again, I was like, fuck you.
Book is like, and he comes out. Grimtooth comes out, shuts the door. Hello, Fayte. Yes, of the Halcyon or the Halicon Consortium.
Does the same bow?
Can I, as you close the door, can I just really loudly just say I hate you? But it comes out.
Yeah, you guys all hear this yelling. Like it sounds like a mournful wail coming out from inside the ring. Yes, Fayte. How can I help you?
He does the same respectful little bow. I'm guessing that's another one of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's just someone who got a little mouthy, and I am remedying the situation.
Like here, the gargle.
Oh, you're hearing just a faint, and then
I see. Well, do you remember that sex crazed whimsical Eldrin had us?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Harmony.
Yes, he appears to have meant an end to his existence. We lost him in a battle against a giant shadow creature to the south.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, to the south.
I see.
We've been on a quest. We've been on a quest. We did find Mr.
Yes.
I think I closed that note. Get up my note list.
Tribute just goes, oh, Harmony's dead.
Timothy Baker.
Oh, you found Timothy Baker, the caravan driver. Ah, good.
Yes.
Is he around?
He is currently in need of soul coins. He should be somewhere in town. We have not yet gone to find him, as we were also to find you. As the party has gotten also shorter, we lost the Eldrin to battle, and it appears our rogue and our paladin have wandered off or gotten themselves killed or betrayed us.
Ah, well, luckily, I can recall Cilia very, very easily. Hold on. He snaps his fingers. Oh, that bitch
every
took
time he
off
does
the
it,
collar.
every time he does it, he's like,
Oh, she fucking took off the collar. Well, fuck. I didn't expect her to take that collar off so fast. Okay. And you said you lost the paladin too, so it was like a package deal? Cilia convinced Oma way to go?
I can only speculate. It's
Fuck.
just been me, Calamar, left. We have run into a rather talented and peculiar chemist by the name of Rabe. He's our guide in this town.
As Rabe raises his hands and waves.
That's me. Oh.
Hopefully he also does not run afoul of Grimtooth. But I'll be honest, we have come in hope of new companions to fulfill our quest, as me and Calamar might not be able to complete it ourselves.
Right. Where is Calamar? Oh, hey, there he is. You see Calamar still inside of the room, but like peeks, like kind of angles himself in the doorway to like look down the narrow doorway. Just waves his hand. He's like, I see, you're going au natural. Well, I guess that's one way.
He has run afoul of the townsfolk, so it's best to hide him in seclusion for the time being.
Well, probably not a bad idea. Hey, tribute. Yes? So it looks like you're 0 for 2 on your picks, and I am 2 for 3 on mine. Neat. Alright, way to rub it in. Well, aha. You are the chemist, yes? Mr. Rabe?
Yeah, that, I mean, I guess I could be called a chemist.
What would you call yourself?
Information gatherer? Perhaps? It's a title of one who does many things. It's a bit complicated, is it not? I think we can agree.
So you're a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it in a quieter tone. He also might have a slight deterrent with his mental. Talks to the air every once in a while.
What? Wait. Do you have an imaginary friend, Mr. Rabe?
Imaginary? I mean, that's a bit rude to say. Eridan might not be here right now, but he's back at the house. He said he'd meet up with us.
Tribute goes, oh, good. So it's like a 2-pack. Great.
I don't think this Eridan is much use to us. Grimtooth. No. Wait, was it Grimtooth that said that?
It was Tribute.
Sure.
But they're both basically standing like shoulder to shoulder inside of this in this hallway, like, all right, well, Rabe, what do you wish for most in this world?
That's it. Oh, that's hard. I mean, right now is the most.
What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I mean, right now is the biggest thing coming to mind is soul coins. I need like 3 or 4. That would be wonderful. But I mean, other than that, maybe find some old friends, learn more about the world. Maybe find my other party members. Yeah.
So soul coins, traveling. You have the Wanderlust. Okay, and then you want to find your old party members.
Yeah.
Well, I can't help you with soul coins. If you want to travel, I can guarantee you exotic travel. And if you want to find your party, can you draw me up a sketch of each of them and give me a name?
Oh, let's see. So there's Fortis.
No,
last
can you draw me up a sketch and give me a name? Wait, did you just say Fortis?
Yes, Fortis. He was tall and muscular and
No
very heroic.
fucking way.
And then there was Cinder. He was also quite tall, if I remember correctly. It's still like shoulder height for me. But he also very much a golden boy. Angel wings and all that nonsense. It was very complicated. And then there was Real.
His jaw is just hanging open.
She was Real was I do not have a thing for other races, but Real was beautiful. But she escapes my mind. That one person, that one god playing tricks on my mind again. And then there was Balthazar. Magnificent, strong,
At the mention of that name, fucking, you just see Grimtooth eyes just go completely fucking flat dead. He goes, "Wait, I'm sorry. You were a party member with Balthazar. Am I to believe that there is more than one Balthazar, the Dragonborn?"
I mean, what's in the name? I mean, I was not the only Arakakra named Rabe. I'm sure there were others. But you know, my father
Somehow I have a
likes a name.
feeling there weren't.
Okay, maybe not. But I like to think that they are.
At the
Pretty
unmention
clever.
of another,
Oh, go ahead.
at the unmentioned of another name, thunder strikes outside.
Yeah, right. Could you do me a favor? This Balthazar that you were a party member with, when were you a party member with him?
Oh. But see, okay, so this is complicated because I was trapped in a sort of like a torture room by a god, and then he tortured me forever. And then I guess one day got bored of me and was like, bye-bye. And then I came here, and that was a year ago. So maybe like 2-3 years ago? I don't know.
I see. Oh, was this particular Balthazar imbued with some sort of holy or divine power?
Oh, I think he was some sort of, I remember Eridan's sport up, but not Balthazar's. But he did something. He made things.
He made things.
Yeah. He made a cart fun times. That was pretty impressive. Like, took an hour or so.
Couldn't have been the same one. Perfect. Well, glad that's off of my chest.
We did. One day, we did slay an entire village. It was amazing. Release day. I wish this world had a release day. I would exercise it.
All right, now I can't tell if it's the one. Anyways, you did just mention Fortis? Tall,
yeah.
dark, and handsome?
Yeah, probably.
Oh boy. Tribute. Yes, as Grimtooth just kind of like holds the bridge of his nose. It is a small world indeed, is it not? Yeah? Wow. Okay. And he goes into their room. Give me one moment.
Oh yeah.
You hear a bunch of blah 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 blah, and then Tribute walks into the room and looks at you and goes blah 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 blah, and he points to the door.
Okay. If I see him, I might actually fucking strangle him. Bully.
You get up, you walk out of the room, blah blah blah, and you see Tribute kind of like do the hands towards, and fucking with the rest of you guys would hear, You ready for a big surprise, buddy? We're gonna go. Put your shoes on. And then you hear blah, 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 blah. He goes, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a shock. Comes out. And here he is. Make me a history check, keeping in mind that you have a -5 to your intelligence.
Do I even have to roll it? Okay, let me use my...
Because a 1 is a -5, I believe, not a -6.
Whoops. Okay, history check. It's at a -3, so plus a -5.
No, not plus a -5. Just a -5.
So
yeah,
5 total.
5 total.
Yeah.
Rabe.
Yeah.
You see Fortis. He looks old. He looks haggard. He looks pretty beat down. He also has some dried drool on the side of his mouth, and he looks at you glassy-eyed almost. Like, you know what it looks like when someone who's got like dementia is like looking at you. But they're not looking at you.
Yeah.
When they're kind of lost and foggy. That's what he looks like.
Okay, so
Would you describe Fortis for me real quick, Bruno? Sorry, Josh. What does the person look like besides the lost stare?
So about like I think anywhere from I think I'm gonna say up to 6'5", 6'5", kind of tall, not ripped, but lean, kind of in fit shape for an older looking man. Long hair, unruly, very messy. Gray, close to white, mostly gray. Beard, same thing, like an unruly kind of beard, so a few wrinkles here and there, but you wouldn't believe this man is like 60 years old. And wearing, again, like the cloak and just some regular armor, a little worn out.
So, you see the man who you had an entire lifetime of adventure with. The guy that lost his powers, wandered aimlessly without the ability to use anything other than just a chopping motion with his sword, who regained some other powers after a certain amount of time. You went through a tournament arc with him. You survived the Great Hunt. You survived a revenant twice. You survived some fucking adventure through a mystical, magical forest amusement park, the Mimic Library, culminating with the treasure dragon, and then finally being locked in that room in a stasis because of your greed for untold amounts of time, only to be plucked and scattered throughout the realm. You now see, in front of you, the same person, just a little different, Fortis Wardenshield. And that's the first thing out of his fucking mouth. What do you do?
Oh dear, what have they done to you? So, did you find him disabled?
Well, actually, he found us through the bottom of a bottle, and then I think he had some liquid courage in his veins when he decided to forget who he was talking to. But that's all part of the past. I get over things like this rather quickly. The problem is that he's been afflicted by a spell. A spell that apparently has a soundboard attached to it now. Episode 1 of The Far Reaches all over again. But the problem is that this spell I can't break. It will go away of its own accord unless it is interrupted by another spell. One of 3, actually. But I cannot perform these spells.
Wait. How long do we have to wait? Like a day, 2 days?
The next day that he'll be able to attempt to break the spell on his own is 30 days from now.
Oh,
which I don't think you have.
Yeah, I'd rather not spend 30 days in Hate City Pain.
Right, so here's the thing. I was going to find a hag who might possibly be able to purvey some sort of a magical item to put on him to temporarily suppress this magical effect.
Yes, as he is, he doesn't seem like he's useful companion.
Well, when compared to your brawn, I'm certain, Fayte, that nobody can measure up. But instead of being self-comparative, compare him to, I think, a Tomoe.
The one that abandoned. The one that abandoned.
Correct. But I don't think that you would want to compare personality types, more power levels.
He puts his hand to his chin. Tomoe did have a strange sense of fear, as in she never had it. She was great on the front line. I guess I can accept that.
In his heyday, Fortis was quite a...
I can almost imagine that she had a death wish. You said this when you found at the bottom of a bottle.
Correct.
Is that to be trusted?
While they're talking, can I just go for my flask while they're actually talking? He's like,
yeah.
Can I still drink?
Yeah, go for it.
I just worry about how
it is empty.
I just worry about how values might align or not align, and him leave.
Well, I can only imagine if he's wallowing in self-deprecation, he's not going to be self-righteous like Tomoe was.
Her faults, her many faults. At least in battle, you bent her.
The careful liquor is a good friend, good food, and good coffee. That will always cure the need for alcohol. At least I have felt.
Wait, you did say that this is your long-lost friend, isn't that correct?
Yeah. Well...
So they are already giving you what you desired.
One, yeah. But one is better than none. So we are there.
Do you think your companion, or rather, your old friend, will leave you again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. He did once call me Rabius Maximus. That made me feel a little gold inside. Very...
These nicknames are a sign of camaraderie. A team or a group name.
The more and more I spend around you, the more and more confused I am. Yeah, you'll give your friends nicknames.
Calamar has this obsession naming.
I'm sorry.
By the way, we're not sticking with Orchid.
Calamar has this obsession with naming our group. As we have gotten more familiar with each other, I figure this is something like that. A sign of familiarity.
I mean, you don't want to go into battle just as a band of 5 random people. You do want to have a banner over your head, something that you can be proud to raise. 5-inch, not an orchid, who wants to go gallivanting around this a flower.
Right, I can let you have the petty squabbles by yourselves
Yeah, if that
later.
isn't-
Right now,
yeah.
we're kind of eating up some precious time here because it sounds like we have a succubus on our trail who is trying to get back a tribute for killing her. I don't know how long ago, but
This
if you
succubus died,
correct,
and it can revive itself.
correct.
Journal's out.
What other powers do these succubuses have?
They infect your dreams and kill you slowly while you sleep.
That is most useful for those who dream.
You write that down.
Is there any chance the succubus could join our team?
Well, if
don't
you
think it
find
would
one,
want
you
that.
can always ask.
So it seems on our list to do is to find these soul coins for the companion you led us to, Baker, to
You're finding soul
Fix.
coins for Baker?
yes, he asked us to. Yes, and so find soul coins to release this Fortis from his spell, and then we should be prepared to take on Magnus.
I can actually start to smell the burnout happening while you try to remember this. No. Fayte, I'm going to get the item to suppress this for our apparently mutual friend Fortis. You don't have to do that. That's okay. But if you're here for on Timothy Baker's behalf, where is he? What is he doing? And did you get it in writing that he would be paying you for a soul coin? Also, if you are down 3 party members and it is truly just you and Calamar, well, Rabe, would you like a job?
What's the job?
Party with them, travel to hell, rescue a hero of a long-begotten age.
Oh. That could be fun, yeah, sure.
You'll be able to go to exotic places like Stygia and Nessus.
I've never heard of those places before, so they must be fun.
They're places in hell. You'll have plenty of time to make contracts with devils for soul coins, since that's one of the things that you want, so everybody wins. You can also have Fortis here as a party member. I kind of already hired him, but I was going to have him do a different thing, but this'll work out. He's also out of booze.
Yes. That sounds good. With
Great.
Calamar out, I definitely do need help in this town.
Well, and then into your mind, Fayte, Calamar's. Oh, okay, that's Bruno. All right, and Josh. Is it me? Am I glitching out?
You look fine to me.
No,
Okay,
it was me.
Maybe a little sexy.
It was me. So, in your mind, Fayte, you hear Calamar go, "I'm just going to stay in the room and cast an alarm spell. I will be able to allow I can designate the creatures that can come in. So Laren, Oslo, Fayte, should I add Teddy? Rabe, Fortis to pierce my alarm spell. Oh, sure, why not Teddy as well? That way, if you enter, no alarm will sound. But I'm going to have it be in your head. I believe I can do that. Wait for it. A mental bubble, or a mental ring will happen in your head, Fayte. If somebody breaches this room, that should not. You'll know I need help, or that I'm going to feed.
Okay. That sounds thought out.
It was off the cuff. So, good luck. You're going to go find, what was his name? Magnum Columbo?
Yes. The private eye that we heard about coming to town.
And was Timothy Baker, was he supposed to already have been here? When he departed, did he say he was going to Pain?
Yes.
So he should be here somewhere.
Somewhere, yes.
Perfect. Perhaps a detective or even our bird friend Rabe might know where Timothy Baker might go. But I'm going to cast this spell now, so I'm going to close the door. As he shuts the room door, locks it because he pickpocketed you and you don't have the key anymore because of DM magic, and then he's going to start casting a spell to
Alamora.
yeah, Alamora. But he has to have a verbal component with it, and if you remember, he goes Alamora because that's his squid mouth that he was talking about having when he's not using telepathy. Okay, so Calamar has just barricaded himself into the room. Tribute and Grimtooth are now standing in front of you guys. Tribute's like, hey, I gotta go find a hag. There's supposed to be one in here. I'll be right back. Excuse me. And he's gonna do the slide thing. And Laren and Oslo, Laren's like, what is happening? Oslo's like, you guys bump elbows with some pretty interesting folks. I mean, you guys look like a whole adventuring party yourself. You got all the colors of the rainbow here. Everybody's sort of accounted for. It's like a United Colors of Benetton ad. That's pretty cool. What do you guys want to do? Fortis is trying to get the last drop of booze out of his flask. You guys are all standing in this hallway as Tribute's like, excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah, you got his way.
So I guess I'm going to go see this mag. Anyone wants to come with me?
Well, I didn't expect to have the burden of Fortis on my hands so soon. I was hoping to go visit a friend while we are here.
Okay. I shall also need to ask you, do you have any advice on where I might find Timothy Baker?
He is a merchant, yeah. He might be in the market. If not, maybe the other boss or the fighting arena looking for someone to fight a demon for him, perhaps. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you.
Rabe, that is your name, right? Rabe, as Tribute looks to you. Do you, by chance, know the name of the hag that's supposed to reside here in the tavern? Her name is Jolly Madeline Rawfiddle.
Oh, yeah. No, I just heard Eridan say to me, it is Jolly Meriden Raffin.
Jolly Madeline Raw fiddle. Good thing that that's an easy name. Okay. And he is going to go, take a few seconds to, I don't know, fill up Fortis's flask for him down there before you guys go. Hey,
we'll fill it up with some.
Tribute looks to the other two. Goes, meat shields. Are you guys gonna party with them, or you guys gonna go, I don't know, like level up or something? Laren's like, did he just call us meat shields to our faces? They look to you guys. Do you guys want us to come with you?
I would actually very much appreciate having this mission.
Sweet. Hopefully we level up. Wait,
Yes.
Why did he say that? What does it even mean?
I don't know. It hurt my head.
Huh. All right. Well, that's odd. Okay. Well, we're coming with you to the bar to fill up. And Laren kind of like leans over Faith's shoulder, looks at Fortis. Ooh, that doesn't look so good. All right. So you guys gonna go down to the main tavern area?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask them if they have any. Ray will ask the guy behind the bar if he has anything besides booze, like coffee or something,
Okay.
to fill the flask with.
So the big old Minotaur, Ivan, with the shaved Minotaur horns, you approach him. He's like, "What is it that you are looking for? You want coffee?"
The coffee or something like that, yeah.
Let me see what they get. Typically, we only sell wine, but that's because of the whole vampire motif. Let me see. Go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Got
Faye,
it.
give me a perception check, please. And then Fortis, you're kind of following some folks around.
Here we go.
What do you want to do?
I'll follow him. You really don't have much choice.
Cool.
Got a 19 on the 20.
Okay. So Ivan comes back and he goes, "Wow, you are pretty lucky. We have this bag." And he pulls out this little tiny sack. It's like, it's literally like this big. It's like a little tiny, oh, and he's gone. Well, the rest of you guys, he pulls out this little tiny, like, fucking dope sack, and he's talking to Rabe as he's like, "It is just enough for 1 cup of coffee. I don't know how to make coffee, but I will try." Fayte. So with your perception check, what you do see Tribute walk over, and there is a corner of this tavern that is like darker in shadow than all the rest. What you would see is penis. No, what you would see is this really like, what's the word I'm looking for? Gaudy hat. It almost looks like a bucket hat with these like holes, like not carved but like ripped, like tears and shit, and this big curly blue hair kind of like fluffing
Is it like
out
the
of...
sorting hat, like Harry Potter?
No, nothing
type
like
of
that.
bucket?
It's no, like a bucket hat, like from the 2000s, like a bucket hat, right? Like Trafalgar Law, like a bucket hat.
Okay.
And it's on, and then in every one of these rips and like the seams and shit, it's like these big,
Did
huge, like,
Cool J wear one?
yeah, like these big like blue curls come out, and amidst all of that, you would recognize like this really petite looking person with this really odd blue jewelry on. Looks to be made out of like some small bones, like small animal bones. it would look like all of this jewelry. It looks like Mr. T, but like bones, like skulls and little tiny like cartoonish bones. And it looks like off of this person, it looks like this like sort of like permanent wisp of some sort of smoke is kind of coming off and just dissipating. It's not like smoking up the whole place, but it like is the moment that it leaves like a few inches off of their skin, it dissipates into nearly nothingness. While this person's wearing a corset that also covers half boob, sitting. And let me 1 sec here. Let me just show you what she looks like. So as you
Give me half boob, please.
can I have some boob, please? Just want a little bit of hiya, and wait for it.
Me.
I am bringing it up right about high. Yeah. Wait for it. Come on. There it is. Character artwork and show players. Boom. This person on your Foundry. That's who you're seeing.
Oh, there it is.
She kind of looks
Yeah,
over.
I get to make that.
What?
I can never get it to make
So as
that type of outfit. Okay, yeah, sorry.
as you see Tribute kind of standing there talking to her, kind of points over, and you see she kind of looks over, and she has like the not a care in the world face going on, like ooh, 1 sec. I'm gonna show this one more time, just for stream posterity, and it's gone. All right, so what you would see is you would see her just kind of. And Fortis, make me a perception check, please.
Oh no.
Oh
Perception
no.
check.
If your wisdom isn't very good, then it's gonna suck. But luckily it didn't get lowered.
Oh no.
That is some fine looking hag right there.
Perception.
Most of them
Minus
don't
5,
look
right?
evil. Yeah. No -5. Just a perception check.
I got a -1 on that. Christ. 11.
Wisdom's a 9. All right. So for an 11 total. Gross. All right. So for an 11, you look over, it's the same one that Fayte rolled, and you see this hag kind of look to this person, look to you, and give you like the come hither finger.
Oh boy. In my mind going, oh, just fucking kill me.
So, by the way, just so you guys are aware, her skin and everything else is black and white, but her hair is blue. That is actually sticking out blue. As you approach, yeah, basically. As you approach, you hear yo 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 yo.
Oh God.
Oh, meow 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 meow. There, she's about like 30 or 40 feet away from the rest of you guys. Rabe, oh yeah, you DC'd while we were doing this, but Ivan had come back with this big of a baggie worth of coffee grounds. It was like, it is probably enough to make 1 cup, but I don't know how to make coffee, but I can try. Give me 1 moment. And he is going to attempt to basically make it like tea. Like he has a little spoon with like the little grate in it, and he's going to steep it in some incredibly hot water. But
I mean, that's basically how you make it.
Laren goes, hey, we should go find out what's the deal with this chick over here, right? I mean, if we're gonna be traveling with this guy, we kind of might want to know what the rest of this deal is gonna be, right? Or do we just like leave it alone and just like, he's saying this to just like your group in general.
Wait,
Laren is.
Wait.
Laren's saying it.
Oh,
do you mean it's a hag over there?
Sure, if that's what she is. She doesn't look like any hag I've ever fucking seen.
Well, yeah, you always hear rumors of ugly skin, but if I am working in profession and everyone is told they look like shit, then I'm going to do my best to make myself look amazing.
Sure, but I'm asking, should we go over there? Not whether or not she really looks like that.
She might not want prying eyes on however she does
Yeah, but
bewitching business.
but don't.
This is the person that's supposed to heal our companion, our new companion up there, right?
Yeah,
Then I
But,
think
like-
it would be good to know some of that caliber.
but like also, you guys have heard the stories about hags, right? They usually everything's a monkey's paw with them.
Do I know what a hag is?
Give me an Arcana check or a Nature check.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you own the dead books. Everything's a monkey's paw. The fact that you still have color is a
Hey, what's
monkey
the-
paw in itself.
What's the backlash of working with you then?
With me, I'll try to steal your information.
Oh wow, that was really forthcoming.
Well, I mean, listen, so far, you guys have been incredibly open with your information. You haven't even tried to barter and anything. Oh no, I made Teddy. It's amazing. Oh yeah, but Fayte has a curse stolen the machine. Yeah. That suppresses information. You could have sold that.
I still haven't given you information. Anyways, with that Arcana check, you've likely heard the same sorts of stories that they tell children about hags. About like the witches that steal babies. They'll usually like grant you something that you ask them for in an effort to kind of steal you away or kill you to turn you into their stew. Usually when they do, if you say I want a potion of invisibility, they'll give you a potion of invisibility, but it'll amplify all of your sounds that you make. You know what I mean? Or if I want to be invisible, they'll give you a flute that you have to play, and while you're playing it, you'll be invisible. Something like that, right? Like that item that you made. Like that's what you would recollect.
They seem to be purveyors, if I remember correctly. Well, they are devious. They are very reliable purveyors of magical objects, which is something I've heard this realm is in dire lack of.
Right. So like don't we want to know if there's going to be a drawback to like
Yes,
her fixing it?
information is more powerful. Information is more powerful than anything else sometimes.
'Cause I would hate for it to be like you're fine until the first full moon and then you go crazy.
Soul's gonna walk over.
But okay, what does the god of balance do
Yeah.
as he walks over? What does Saul Fortuna do as he just
What he meant to say
approaches?
was Sol Fortuna
gonna
Mark
walk
III.
over.
Shit. Fate. I'm like, okay, let's see how we can work this into there. Do you fucking know who I am? And everyone's like, no, God, get away.
Why?
Rabe and
As he-
Fortis get
I'm
PTSD.
thinking
Everyone else is
item
like,
that
who the fuck are
remembers
you?
me, but it also forgets everything else.
Yeah. So, all right. So, so Fate, you're gonna walk over. Laren, Oslo's like, man, I could give a fuck about whatever the fuck happens, man. I'm just gonna sit here and drink for a little bit. You guys tell me when y'all are ready to go. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for Teddy because I haven't seen him in like 20 minutes, and I'm afraid that there's gonna be a whole slew of dead homeless people. But, you know, we all have a drawbacks rate.
Can I still talk to him?
To Oslo, sure.
Do you mind watching our new friend here?
Which
Make
one?
sure he
The
doesn't-
brainless one or the?
The brainless one.
Well, he's already walking over there to the chick.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go happy. I
As you
definitely
guys see
wanna
her,
know.
as you can see her giving him the come hither finger, and then everybody's gonna start going. You see this
I'm headed over there.
this younger girl is she kind of, you guys approach, she's like, well, hello there, babies. tribute tells me that y'all are in some trouble. You got yourself a dumb friend over here? I can fix that.
Yes. Our
Okay.
companion here seems to be a tad touched in the mind.
Oh, I can tell. Look at him. He's drooling all over himself. Now, while I normally would take that as a compliment, he has that absent-minded look in his eyes of someone who's stupid.
Do you happen to have a name or a monk? A monk or
I could probably whip something up that would help him while he's, like this. But it ain't gonna be permanent, baby.
We've been told
How long?
We've been told that a situation in itself isn't permanent. So that should be fine.
What was you gonna say, Rabe?
How long do you mean by it won't be permanent? So,
Well, if y'all ain't worried about time, it'll only be, well, let's see what I can whip up. I'm gonna need each of you guys to give me a d20 roll. All three of you.
Included?
All of you.
No.
And
D20?
state it clearly. Fucking rolling hat. 19, 13. Where's my 20? Or a 1. That would actually be really funny.
Yeah, I gave you a 1.
Yes.
Right, Chip?
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
I didn't mean to. That wasn't my intention.
how dare you?
All right, now. Give me just a moment and let me take a look at him. As you see from underneath the hat, inside of her hair, she pulls out these glasses. And she goes, "Come here, baby." She kind of reaches out for your hand, Fortis. All right, now don't get none of that on me. And she kind of like grabs you by the chin and kind of pulls you in real close. Uh-huh.
That's my shit.
Oh, you are tired, aren't you, baby? I know you are. It's okay. You guys can hear her kind of murmuring this. Mm-hmm. Oh, that poor man. What did he do to... Oh, I see it. Oh, he smoothed your brain out real good. You my little potato boy, ain't you? Yes, you are. All right.
Make me dumb.
She kind of does one of these, like, shakes your chin a little bit and gives you a little playful slap and, like, pushes your head back. All right, you. Well, now, babies, here's the thing. He can't actually use magic items himself, so this means that I'm gonna have to figure something out, something that one of y'all can use on him. But he's gonna have to wear it. And
Okay.
while he's wearing it, it'll suppress the magical spell that lich, that poor boy. It'll suppress the magic that's afflicting him, but it might also make him unable to use any of his own magic. You understand what I'm saying?
How long does it last?
Well, typically, there's only one of three ways, or there's three ways that you can get rid of this particular affliction. Either 1 month from now, he can hopefully recover enough of his mental faculties to break free from it, or you can find someone who can cast a pretty powerful divine spell, or you can go find yourself a wish spell, but you ain't gonna find that.
Do you know of anyone who would find a holy spell?
I could put you in contact with someone who can find someone, but they're gonna they're gonna likely ask for a hefty cost.
Would this contact be a magnum?
A magnum? No, sir. Oh, that detective, he's good at what he does. But the people I put you in contact with, well, they usually like things in writing, if you know what I mean.
Miss Purveyor, do you happen to have a name?
Let's find out. She's going to reach into her bag and she's going to pull out what look like sticks. And she's going to go, clear some of this space off for me, if you would. Off of the table is just a bunch of shit. And she's going...
Shut it all out.
She's gonna throw down some shit. I would like whoever wants
you know those three sticks where like you're holding two and you're balancing the third?
Yeah, the devil sticks.
She's like, all right, now look at this. Look now.
Do me a favor, and I would like for you to one of you guys roll me a D100, please.
Got it.
Or do I have it? Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
I should have done it.
My God.
I should have done it.
All right, honey. And she throws down these sticks. What it turns out is these are like a bunch of chicken bones. And she's like, all right. I will be able to put you in contact with Osem. Unfortunately, baby, his cost is almost the highest. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll tell you what, if you want to take that route, hey, here's a warning. He don't fucking play. But he'll find you the cleric that you need.
I was more wondering if you had a name.
That's the name I'm gonna give you now. I have to look through the bones. I'm just a conduit. See, I don't have what they call that, a Rolodex. I don't have an address book of a bunch of devils, but I can cast this spell here, and that'll tell me.
I don't think you understand what I'm asking.
You said a name. Were you looking for a name of a cleric?
No, my name is Fayte. Your name is...
Oh, honey. I'm sorry. I was talking about names and you said, do you have a name? And I was going to get you a name. You understand.
Yes.
Well, Fayte. That's an awfully pretty name. You can just call me Mary.
I see. Thank you, Mary, purveyor of magical goods.
Yeah, something like that.
So this item that we need to empower, did you mention how long it lasts?
Oh, it's not like it's gonna break or nothing, but it'll be fragile. And she's going to literally take a bar napkin, like a slip of like paper cloth, like paper thin cloth. She's gonna roll it up. Does anybody have any copper?
I have 5 pieces.
You have 5 pieces of copper?
Yeah.
Can I get one of them pieces of copper from you?
I'll give her one of the pieces.
All right, thank you. She's gonna take that piece of copper. Oh, it's a fucking coin. Can any of y'all punch a hole in this copper, please?
I take out one of my commas and just...
The axe?
No, my comma. Oh, the axe, you're right. It is technically an axe. think I have anything that can poke. I'm sure Rabe must have some type of dagger or knife on him.
It'll just go ahead and volunteer me as tribute. Fucker.
I don't have a piercing weapon. Is there any cutlery around?
Dagger, and I'll begin grinding a hole into the coin.
You could probably get some cutlery from up at the bar if you wanted, but you're gonna start grinding it into the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start grinding the dagger tip into the center of the coin, make a hole.
Okay, cool. All right, that's gonna be a little different then. Oh, excuse me. Are you a half elf? As she looks to Laren. Oh my. What is your name? He's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not gonna give you my name. Oh, you are smart. I see. Well, half elf man, could you do me a favor? Could you give me a little bit of his blood? You want me to? I don't care how you get it. You could suck it out of him if you wanted to, but I don't think you're gonna do that. It's like, no. Okay. Kind of turns towards Fortis. Fortis. This sort of darker skinned person with this white tied back, kind of dreadlocked hair, turns to you and he's gonna go blah, 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 blah. He's gonna produce a small dagger. And he's gonna ask for your arm. He's like gonna be pointing at your arm and doing this, like the gimme hands.
Okay. So I'm still aware of what's going on. I can still. That's a dagger.
That's a dagger. You don't know if he's your friend, but
can I look to? Is there anyone right next to me again?
Yeah. I mean, you've got Rabe is there, like kind of whittling a hole into a coin. You've got this other skeleton in a fucking greaser outfit, kind of doing a thing. I'm gonna look
towards the other people that I am slightly familiar with. I want to go.
Well, Rabe, tribute kind of looks and he's like, well, he's your friend, right?
I'm gonna look at Tribute going.
He's your friend, right?
As soon as that arm like goes to point angrily, Rabe is gonna
slap it.
We do not do that.
Oh, you are your brother's keeper.
Right.
Tribute, if I might be so inclined, could you watch him for like 4 hours? I have to go visit a friend. It's very important.
You guys are terrible fucking friends.
I can take Fortis with me. If anything, at least.
Hold on. Let's find out what's gonna happen before we start pawning him off on people. You guys haven't even done the thing yet. We're just doing a thing out here in the bar.
Is that just fair?
She refuses to move. You guys are already making plans. Laren, fucking cut him, please. Laren's like, I don't like that you know my name already. It's like, well, guess what? You're in the big leagues now, bud. It's like, all right. Fortis, the guy that you don't know with the dagger is going to grab your arm a little more forcefully. He's not going to start like wrenching on you, but he is going to put his hand on your arm. He's got this look, eyebrows up, like, and he's going to bring the dagger up.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do this like.
Nice, yeah. You point to him, thumb to the chest, and then cut the neck. Yeah. He goes. Shakes his head like, no, God, no. But you're just hearing, and he's gonna turn your palm and he's gonna just cut you right on the thumb.
Well, basically, I have to do that. in my head, I'm thinking like, I don't know, man. I'm a fucking reach. Look at me. Why would you make it feel like I know what you're saying?
So he proceeds to cut you. You start to bleed a bit, and then she's like, she reaches over to Fayte. She's like, here you go, Fayte. You go ahead and wipe up his blood with this bar napkin over here, please.
Okay. I grab the napkin.
So now this like purpley elf takes this napkin and goes to, I assume, are you going to blot it out on his cut or something, or?
Yeah, I just kind of walk over and attempt to just clean up his wound.
All right. This other person goes to grab your hand and has a towel and is going to start to wipe it up. You good? You good, Fortis? Perfect. So, she's like, all right, I'll take that back now. Rabe, at this point, you've been doing this so vigorously, you're getting so irritated by not going to see your friend, and you've got this other friend who's now just disabled,
brain-addled,
and you're trying to figure out how to pawn him off. It's just getting really irritating, and so you've dug it into the point where it's about to start pinching into your palm as you're like palming the coin and also doing this.
No, I was thinking of doing it on I when I said I was thinking coin on the table and then whittle into
okay,
it.
gotcha. All right, because I thought that you'd taken the coin and the thing. All right, so you're doing that on the table and you start to bust through it and you get through it. She's like, all right, perfect, there we go. I'll take that back, please. Thank you. And so she's going to take the cloth. She's going to start to unravel it. She's like, hold this string while I walk away. As it unravels this thin thing, she takes it out. You see the blood-soaked like string now. She loops it through and makes a bit of a necklace. And she's going to go, all right, honeys, here's what you have to do, okay? You put this around his neck and you got to ding the little coin, okay?
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
So it's going to take one of y'all to activate that. Don't do it here. Please don't do it here. But you walk outside and you do it, or you go up into your room. I don't give a shit where you go. But you just go ahead and walk on, and you take that and you flick it, and then that's that. It'll bring him back. It might suppress his own magical abilities. I'm not entirely sure. But, and she's holding it out and she goes, ooh, but I need payment, baby. And she looks up to Tribute, and Tribute's like,
Yeah, I also looked at Tribute.
Tribute's like, fucking, and Tribute looks over all the way back across the tavern, like 60 feet the other direction, looks over to Grimtooth, shakes his head, yeah, like, you fucking serious? And then Grimtooth kind of looks at him and goes, like, shrugs his shoulders, back into his book, into his writing. And he's like, that fucking stingy bitch, what are your terms, ma'am? She's like, Bruno, do me a favor, roll me a d20, please.
I want his soul.
I don't want to roll anymore.
Your soul is mine.
Call that motherfucker out.
Please.
Jinx
Oh
ends it.
God.
Tribute looks to Fortis, and Fortis goes, Lou, as he just breaks his neck in his eye, into the eye, swirly thing.
You're next.
What's a 2?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna need some of your magic abilities, baby.
Okay, wait.
He's like,
initiative.
What?
Inspiration, you mean?
Inspiration.
Do you want to use your inspiration right now?
How bad is
I don't think he's asking for your magical abilities. He's asking for Grimtooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Certainly not talking to Fortis.
She'll try for me.
So Tribute's like, you want some of my magical abilities? She's like, mm-hmm.
I look at him going, oh.
He goes, okay. And he pulls the chair back and he sits down and he looks to you guys and he goes, get the job done. Please. This is going to cripple me in my ability to help you in the future.
I understand. Thank you for your continued assistance, Grim 2.
He looks to her. He's like, okay. And she goes, y'all can leave now. This is a private affair. But remember, you thank this man.
Mary, this action we're doing, when we cast it, will it have a noticeable outward effect?
Other than turning him from a bumbling fool into his former self?
Yes, we don't want to cast a loud explosion and have the town be angry with us.
I don't know how it's going to manifest. It could. It might sound like a fart, could sound like a whisper. I have no idea. That's not really my concern.
I see. Thank you, Mary. Is there any place that I might be able to find you? We need any other magical assistance.
Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm in hell. Sometimes I'm in both places at once.
We do plan on visiting some of these hells in the future.
No, you're mighty cute. You are on your way. Good luck.
He does his astral bow. I think we're done here unless we haven't bought this warrior any alcohol yet.
He's getting something made. You go ahead and go on your way. I'll take him.
I see.
So, Laren's like, are we gonna go separate ways then? Is that...
You two go with Fayte. He is more experienced in combat, so you'll be safer with him. Fortis and I need some time to catch up, as well as another friend of ours. Mine.
All right. Well, Dad, looks like we're coming with you. Laren says as he turns to Fayte.
He just nods. I guess this will be a journey for the both of us.
Hey,
We must find...
What were you guys running from?
What were we running from?
Mm-hmm. When you and Calamar came in and were like, we need a room key now.
There was a irate group of those gray elves that didn't seem to appreciate an
Eladrin?
Eladrin in their town, in their midst. Not having an Eladrin with us should be fine. They seem to more or less not care about me.
Oh, well, as long as they don't care about you. Okay.
A half elf like yourself, I think. Well, I actually don't know. These gray elves are new to me.
All right, so we're going to go to the detective?
Well, I think we should find Baker first.
All right.
Actually, this is a tavern. Can I look around to see Baker's here?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
This seems like a place that one would congregate.
Yeah, it makes
As
sense to me.
he looks around. Activia.
Not here. It's a good number of people here, but none of them are Timothy Baker.
Okay. Well, according to Rabe, the next area would be the market. Come,
All right.
we fly.
This is gonna get good. And you see,
As he leaves, he says, fuck. Tribute, groom to Mary. He does a nod, and
Grimtooth, the only one that responds because Tribute and Mary are they're kind of in a low, hushed talk right now. Grimtooth's like, well,
They're settling how much of a service, how much of a service Tribute is going to get. If it's just going to be no contact or full on lap.
yeah, basically, right? Grimtooth goes, I'll stay here and provide some additional support for our friend Calamar. I'll message you if anything happens to him, or if anything looks like it's going to happen. Okay? He says that to you, Fayte.
that would be much appreciated. I will, if I survive, I shall be honored bound to remind my clan of the leniency which you have shown.
I think you've performed outstandingly. But if you see this building up in flames, or if you see a crater where this building once was, you'll know likely something happened.
If you
I have a
need,
scorched earth policy.
I see. If you need me to help you subjugate these gray elves, you also should let me know. And I'll leave at that.
Nods his head. You go off, Rabe. You and Fortis will be getting back to. Sorry, because Bruno just got up and walked away. So, Fayte, Laren, Oslo, you guys are heading towards the marketplace, correct?
Yeah, he would just match the speed of his companions. He wouldn't talk much though, because he's more on like a lookout now.
Right.
Because he feels like he's on a more time crunch.
Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage, please. As you guys are walking down, Laren and Oslo, they're not shutting up. They're just talking to each other. It's mostly just a bunch of BS about, like, where's Teddy? Why could you not tell me that he was a serial killer this whole time? And so on and so forth. They're keeping probably about 5 feet behind you or so.
Have you ever seen that video of that guy who put a camera on his cat to see what you got, what went up to during the day?
I've seen a few videos, but I don't know which one specifically.
The parody one where like it started like doing cocaine and partying with strippers. And...
Oh, it started doing smack my bitch
yeah,
up.
I want to see a little camera on that teddy bear going around town, and it starts doing drugs and partying with the.
So as you're walking, you notice a few things. You would immediately recognize where all of these the gang that you guys had encountered previously, you and Calamar, were called the Blighted, and if you remember, they looked sickly, like they had all been infected with something gross. You would notice on a lot, not all of them, but on a lot of the rooftops, you would see like a person who is very clearly like big clear pustules on the sides of their faces and shit like that, like they look like they're scanning. Let's see here real quick. I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go, as they are Yeah, that's about what I thought. They don't seem to notice you guys, even though you guys are standing out above the crowd. Even if you got to shout out loud, you're not the only people who have their color here. There's like, you can kind of pick out all of the other people who are colored as they're like speckled throughout this sea of gray moving shapes. You can see occasionally these other people, these other seemingly adventurer types who have their color, who are walking around. They're being like not stopped, but they're being approached by people, so on and so forth. People are still approaching you guys errantly, like, hey, what do you need? I can get it. There's like these shady types that very obviously are just like homeless people asking for like $1, or they're asking for like they just need some gas because they got kids, or you know, whatever their like stories are to kind of get your attention. Laren and Oslo are like, man, these people really flock to people with color, right? Oslo's like, yeah, I don't understand what the deal is with that. Like, what, they think we're a bunch of suckers or something, that they're gonna just be able to charge us whatever they want for whatever services? It's like, yeah. Like, how much are we paying for that room? Oslo's like, I mean, I didn't pay anything. Laren's like, who paid? Hey, Fayte, who paid for the room?
The alchemist.
How much did he pay?
I'm not sure.
Fuck. Okay,
Money's...
well, we gotta...
Yeah,
Money?
I'm not. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna say that. Just he says I'm not sure. As he's
Looking around.
yeah.
All right, well, we gotta be good teammates. We'll give him some money when we get back. All right. Okay, well, I don't see anybody. What does Timothy Baker look like? Laren is asking you while you're looking around.
I don't remember. Isn't he bald? Yeah, I don't remember what he looks like. It's been so long since we saw a picture of him.
Yeah. And yeah. This is a mugshot of him.
He has a darker complexion with white hair and kind of a whip on the top of his head, and a facial hair that looks like he sneezed it out.
Oh, okay, he's got a mustache.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Is there any other outstanding things that you can remember about him?
He is a human with pierced eyebrows and different colored eyes and
Okay.
interesting bulkier armor.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's what we're looking for.
He should be able to stand out above the crowd here.
Even if he has to shout out loud?
I wouldn't shout out loud.
Okay. Well, no matter the only place you'll be. Okay. So you guys are going, you're passing by all
no
of
more
the,
talking to losers like him. Sorry.
God damn it. So you're passing by all of the stores and whatnot. You're not seeing Timothy Baker out here by the marketplace, and it's going to take you guys a pretty solid hour if you want to take that long to really make sure that whether or not he's in the marketplace. You want to be thorough about it?
I think I've kind of peered in enough stores. I peered into the General, the Butchers, the Michael's Mystics, Hides, Awesome Arms. I feel comfortable to like maybe switch it to the Ovarian Star restaurant that's nearby.
All right, cool. So you're gonna head towards the Oliverian or the Oliverian
on my
Oliverian
on my way to the arena.
Okay, you wanna find fisticuffs?
Yes, Rabe did mention that the arena might be where he's going.
Gotcha. Okay, so
after, but yeah,
yes.
I want to check Olivan.
You're gonna go to the Oliverian first.
Yes.
And then after that, you're gonna head over to Fist E Cuffs. All right, cool.
Yes.
So, as you're walking down there, you get to the Oliverian, and It looks very similar to this. You actually notice that this building itself is in a U shape. It is an enclosed one. It's not a tent. It's not like a big marketplace tent, but it is like the building itself. All of the walls and everything form a U shape, with the apex of this U being double doors that are opened with like the velvet rope, like a fucking movie premiere rope, and a carpet that comes out towards, and there's a bit of a line standing there. There's probably, let's see here, there is 1d6. That was a fucking spin. There is 6 people standing out front waiting in line with like a what's it, the maitre d' or whatever, whoever it is that takes people in a fancy restaurant with like a book.
Okay. Before I stand in the line, I look at the line.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there.
Oh yeah. He's not in the line itself.
Then I would probably want to wait in the line to be polite.
Okay. Oslo looks to you, like, all right, yeah, we'll just wait. Maybe we'll get a table. We could eat some food. This place sounds and looks relatively fancy.
Have you guys not eaten? You know, it is not good here to be hungry.
No, we ate our rations this morning, and then we killed what is that, rabbit? Yeah, we killed a rabbit. We ate that thing. Laren was like, yeah, I mean, well, we didn't kill the rabbit. We found a dead rabbit, if we're being completely honest, and we ate that. We cooked it. We didn't eat it raw. That'd be gross and weird, but Oz was like, I was trying to make it sound like we weren't like fucking scavengers or nothing, all right, man? Come on, we gotta be cool. Look at how strong this fucking guy is. He's very clearly like the most powerful person we've met, besides maybe, I don't know, that fucking dead guy. Laren's like, dead guy? Yeah, the one that turned the other one into a fucking numbskull, potato boy or whatever the fuck. Like,
I would advise you not to travel with either of those two. Not that you would, but it seems that they might be on a hair trigger if they did that to someone that was working for them.
Oh, make no mistake about it. I know a villain when I see one. You know what I mean? I mean, like an archetype or whatever, right? Like I could tell the guys that are willing to do whatever it takes to, get their way or whatever.
You must remember that everyone's a hero in their own story.
Wow, that's really that's insightful. It's powerful, moving, if you will. So do you do like push-ups, or you do like weight training? Like, how are you so fucking strong?
I've been honing my body for 2,000 years.
Sure it's not like 3,200 or 48?
Well, I didn't do it for all the time I've been alive.
Oh, okay. All right, well.
I also honed my special type of fighting.
Wow. All right.
Some say it is broken.
Like it doesn't work. As we pull out, and we're gonna go back to Baldur's Bulge. Rabe, you and Fortis sitting in a tree. ING is all that Fortis can manage out.
It's like an angel.
You're currently holding this little tiny necklace. It's very wispy. It's made out of literally a single piece of string and a piece of copper.
I'm also waiting for the coffee to be finished.
And the coffee has been finished.
I will ask him to put it in a flask.
Like in Fortis' flask?
Okay. Yeah.
He's like, all right, I will have to make a paper funnel.
It's going to be a hard. Yeah, it will be a hard
Oh.
pull. Don't worry.
I have these cow hands. They're so fat. Hold on.
Do you want me to try it?
No, it's okay. I am the bartender here. As he pours it in, there is now 3. Wait, roll me 1d4. We're gonna say a +1.
Wait, did you roll the 1d4? That's a wild.
I want you to, please.
I'm doing it right now.
He beat you to it. That's the beauty of being digital, baby. Hey, yo.
Hey, baby.
So you currently in that flask have 3 charges of coffee.
He is going to cork the flask, give it back to Fortis, and go, we are going outside, my friend. Follow me now. I understand that the words might be hard for you right now, so just follow me. And Rabe is like gonna backwards walk out of the bar, like, come on. Like trying to train a new puppy.
Just to fuck with him. Then get up and then turn around.
This bird that you don't remember
This is an ally.
had your flask, gave it to the bartender, gave it back to you, and is directing you out. And so you go, and then turn around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just turn around.
Oh, you're just guzzling the.
How wouldn't I just chug it down?
Oh,
So
boy. Does he take burning damage?
Piping hot fucking coffee right down your throat.
Fortis doesn't know it's coffee. You just poured something liquid in his fucking flask. You fuck.
As he just book, your throat just immediately burns. But you drink it down. Your
You know, this or anything else, I'd be doing the God Usopp thing where his fire just starts breathing out.
Yeah. Your native con is pretty high. You can take it. You can take the burn. So you drink that down. You feel warm for now in the instant that you drink it. And Rabe, you're directing him out, and Fortis, are you going to follow his directions, or are you gonna?
Oh, again, I turn around the other way, see what happens.
There you go. So Rabe, you go, huh? And then he goes. And
Rabe is just gonna open the door and just motion with his fingers. Come here.
And then Fortis goes.
Yeah. Fortis uses the middle 2 fingers to do the same motion.
You
know what?
That was a Spider-Man animated theme song. Don't try to get me wrong.
No, that was X-Men.
That was X-Men.
That was
For sure. Definitely X-Men.
Get the fuck
You were
out of here.
thinking
Hey, listen, Spider-Man was in the X-Men series at some point too. So you know what? It's fine. I'm fucking
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
That's the
I
original
think he
one.
was.
All right, I
Like,
follow
Anthony's
him
the one that
up.
watched
I
that,
follow
not
him
me.
All right, so you follow him.
Yeah,
So you
because
guys
the
are
next
outside
one would
of
have
Baldur's Bulge.
been showing off the revolver and going, "Get the fuck outside, asshole. We're fucking
gonna
doing
threaten
the
him?
highway." No, now that he's coming.
My dick. We can play this game all night.
Okay, so Fortis
Since I'm aiming at
exits.
such a small target,
Oh God.
how hard is it to shoot? What is my negative to shoot his dick?
Actually, you have sharpshooter. You ignore half cover and 3/4. All right, so you guys are outside of Baldur's Bulge.
But if it's a cold day, then it'll be shriveled up. So it will be in tough.
All right, what do you do next, Rabe? You've got the
Outside.
floor.
Outside, Rabe is going to like Tripolowski, like crouch down and try to put this necklace around Fortis's neck.
You just give it to me and I could probably wear it.
Yeah, but she said I had to do it. So, you know, I'm doing it.
So the Birdman has a necklace. And it looks like he's going to reach it around your neck. Are you going to allow him to or no?
I'll let the Birdman do it.
The Birdman does it. You put it around his neck. So you tie this string with this coin around his neck. What next?
Rabe is going to prepare his finger, look Fortis in the eye, and just go, well, I never trust them, but hope it works. I'm sorry, this hurt you. And then click.
Bing! Roll me a D100.
Okay.
She said not to do it here.
Get inside the bar. Do you want to do it, Fortis?
Oh, you're still
No, he needs to. He needs to.
Yeah.
I want him
okay.
to. He hasn't done much rolling tonight.
his dick.
35.
35?
35.
All right. Give me just a sec here. Let's go down the D100. Do, and we land at. Roll me a D10.
Okay. D10.
Okay.
Been terrible. D10. Okay.
I'm gonna be
It's gonna be
king
good.
of the paraplegics.
60?
6?
Hold on. I think I rolled the wrong one.
Did you do the 10 of 10s? It's okay. You just knocked that 0 off of there and you rolled a 6.
Okay,
Right.
so 6.
So you go bing, and you literally see the sound waves sort of ripple for what?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Keep going.
Gotcha. So you see the sound waves ripple off for about 8 or 9 inches, and then you hear as 6 almost ethereal looking jellyfish come off of his neck, and they float away, and as they get about 3 feet away from him, they go, and they all pop out as if they were made out of bubbles. Fortis. For the moment, you feel like almost a fucking headache start to form. Like a have you ever, do you get migraines ever?
Yes, unfortunately.
So you know the spots on your eyes that you see just beforehand? You feel that pressure build up on your head as just and then this cooling sensation across your body. And you are Fortis now. You are back to normal. In front of you, you don't even have to roll for this, is Rabe. The man, the bird, the legend. You remember him running into a force wall and then walking into a force wall. There was that time where he got kidnapped by the guild and was tortured because he wanted to make another business. He had his membership stripped away and then given back by you guys pleading just to let him, and they were like, well, we'll let him live, but we're not going to give it back. You traveled with him for 2 weeks on a carriage after that village where those people just kept running into Eridan's fucking spell and just meat grinding themselves, except for that one priest that for whatever reason kept fucking saving. This is the guy that you traveled with for weeks, months. The guy that ran headfirst into half a dozen barbarians blindly. Your friend. Describe Rabe as he is now for Fortis, please.
Rabe is, well, not taller. His wings are longer now. It seems like his feathers are, although he tries to maintain a decent shape of them, some of them, like at the very edges, look a bit rough and haggard. Also very colorless, except for at the moment his eyes are starting to get back a little bit of color. The rest of him is still pretty like black and white compared to what you would have last seen him at. Instead of like just wearing a business like 3-piece suit, he now wears like maybe a vest shirt underneath, but on top is like a heavy, like almost like a leather jacket in Western time.
Congratulations to describe the dying bird.
Yeah, more or less.
Well, I have nothing else to do, so I'll see you all later.
Your long lost friend, Rabe, has just healed you from the magic that was imparted upon you by Grimtooth.
I break his beak. Oh, that would be just.
He just goes, fucking bird boy, and then just knocks his beak off.
No, my prosthetic beak. I don't want to get you again.
Just like the Looney Tunes with Daffy Duck, just the beak just comes off. Like, just came off, didn't it?
You guys stand outside of Baldur's Bulge. You guys haven't seen each other since the room.
Yeah.
The room.
All right. So yeah, we put the thing. Migraine. I'm back. I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely back.
Well, you
Never thought
you can talk. That's good.
Motherfucker, yes, I am talking. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yes, you've succeeded. It's good to see you.
Rabe's just gonna give him a big hug. This is the first time since Eridan started appearing to Rabe that like he's seen a friend. So yeah, giant like hug.
And then Fortis is like, should I? Yeah, that's not. Let's let him do it. Whatever. It's good to see you too.
Don't squeeze the butt. It's still tight.
Be honest with me. How stupid did I sound the entire time?
I will say this. You remember those two little shits, the little birds, the crows? They sounded smarter than you did. So you sounded pretty dumb. It was, at first, it was kind of funny. And the joke wore off after about 10 seconds and it got very sad in a way.
You mean just like you every time we went to something and you just fucking went along at first and you ended up getting yourself almost killed and we had to save you. I can relate.
Okay, to be fair, at some points I was doing pretty good and then the hand of God decided that fuck you, everyone hates your guts. So yes, I am stupid sometimes, but that's why I don't get in combat at all.
Well,
I'll try not to. These new friends, quote unquote, are something else.
Unsavory, I assume.
I would die 1,000,000 times to get back. Even Vril, who hated my guts, I'm pretty sure. I would take 2 of her over the party right now. But we make do with what we make do what with the have. I haven't seen Vril since then. I didn't think I was going to see you or Cinder ever. And now we're here. I need to go visit a friend. Nysara. She is one of Eridan's kind, like everybody around here. She's quite sick, so I tend to see her and give her food and coffee and see if she's doing all right. I assume you would like to come along.
Well, after being a part of a blood orgy, join a dark cult. We'll see how that one goes. Not stupid. Sorry, correction. Saw a succubus get murdered only for her to be alive, I think. Not stupid. Put a chain on me. Here I am. So yeah, I'd rather have it wouldn't be a bad idea spending some time with a good companion. I do have one request. We need to stop by to refill. I am extremely empty, and whatever the fuck I just drank did not do the job.
Yeah, that's coffee. You need to get off the booze, okay? It's not trying to
coffee. Who puts coffee in a flask?
Someone who's trying to help you. Listen, alcohol is good on occasion. We win, we drink. We have not won. In fact, this is the first minus victory in a dozen setbacks. So the booze is for tonight. For now, I have some vodka. You can drink that. Or I have some, well, it's not hot coffee anymore, but I have a little bit of coffee in my thermos.
All right, well, considering you unstupid me, how about this? I'll refill the flask, but I'll drink it sparingly.
Okay. We should go back inside then. I'll pay for the drink, but if I see you chugging it down,
yeah,
I will take it away.
Take it away from me.
Okay, you guys are gonna go back inside Baldur's Bulge. You guys go outside. Ding. You have your
open the door.
You have your heartwarming tale. You go back inside, and inside, it's as it is. It's as it was when you left.
Is Grimtooth still there?
Grimtooth is still sitting. He's on the side of like where the door is at, so he's actually pretty close to you, opposite of where Tribute and Mary are, while they're having their conversations.
Okay, so when we get inside, the first thing I'll see is Grimtooth. I would assume he's looking at me, and I'm just gonna go, Grimtooth.
Funny enough, he's actually sitting at the table where you found yourself before you took the job.
Oh, funny.
So he's like, look, I understand we all get a little hasty, and I know how it goes. I'm willing to pay you and to help you be the best you can be. But I have single-handedly destroyed nations. I am currently the most powerful wizard on this realm. I did not get there off of my good looks and charm alone. So, to be reduced to petty squabble, I apologize for flexing too hard. It was not my intention to do that. Just lost my head. I apologize for your current conundrum, and I will, as a good boss, if you will still work for me, which you don't have to, but if you want to, I will do my best to try to remedy the situation as I can.
I also apologize for acting very well. Yes, for acting very stupid. Let my head get ahead of me. I accept it. But would it please, next time this happens again, can you please do a spell that you can reverse immediately if you were willing?
Yes, of course.
I was hoping you were able to do it, but after a few hours, I kind of figured you couldn't.
Like I said, I got all wrapped up in my own head, and, well, you know, sometimes I just let it fly.
I understand all too.
I have a scorched earth policy, in case you didn't know. When I have to use magic, I just go most powerful to least powerful. That way, you know, if you cut the head off the snake, that whole thing. All right, this is getting awkward. And he just sort of turns away from you and looks back down into his book. And he's just writing in his book.
I'm gonna turn to Rabe and just go, don't piss him off. Ever.
I mean, yeah, I tend not to try it.
How many barbarians? Again? How many walls?
Okay, so for you, that might have been yesterday. For me, that seems like centuries ago. At this
Oh,
point.
no, my
So,
It does seem like centuries for me too, which is why when you saw me, I was a good-looking young man. Now,
okay, if you listen, if we want to talk about the past, who had to walk you to the church every single day to make sure that you did your holy sacrament and all that shit, right? Yeah,
listen,
it was me.
I was
I would take it. So, for as much bad as we do for each other, we also do the same amount of good. So, let's leave it at that. Not bring up the past as a who's got the bigger dick here? Oh, yeah, mine's massive. Oh, yeah, look at it. No.
Dick. I always thought you had one of those bird things.
It's called a cloaca.
Thank you.
Still wearing off.
But, I mean, listen, I don't want to show it to you right now. It's weird.
So I guess you do have the bigger dick.
You guys
It's
said,
fair.
you guys said, this is good. I don't like when people show privates in the bar, at least not in the common area. What can I get for you? Welcome to Baldur's Bulge. You two have just left, but it seems you cannot keep away from the drink, huh?
My friend here would like a drink. Yeah, so whatever he wants, please give him. I will pay for it. I don't mind. He is able to talk again, so all is well.
Can you please fill this up with the most strongest and the most expensive drink you have?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
You said it.
We only have wine. For you, it will be 3 copper. Because you both have no color.
Wine it is.
So, 3 copper. He fills up the flask. You have 5 charges of wine in your flask.
Ain't nothing worse than red wine drunk.
Okay. So, is there anything else, or was it just the flask?
Just a flask. Yeah.
Okay. So where you guys just gonna stay in the bar, just chill out for a little bit?
Well, from there I was gonna say, all right, Rabe, let's go see.
Yeah. From there, let's go. Ray would want to go see Nysara.
All right, please, both of you guys, or one of you guys, you pick. Roll me a D100, please.
You do it.
Shit.
Last time he rolled a 99. It might get better. Uh-oh. You're good. You're good. You're
No.
good. A 56.
You both leave.
Okay. You guys leave, and you start heading towards where you know Nysara lives. Nysara lives in the bottom of a group home. A group home in what they call the shale. So, I'm going to write out the group home, or where Nysara is. Hold on. And it's going to be right over here. Okay, and text. And I'm going to call it the group foam. And no lines, please, because lines are dumb. And hiya. Okay, so group home. You're going to make your way over there. Now, Fayte. You guys are waiting in line. You've been waiting for some sort of time. And one person has gone in. So you are now number 6 in line.
Will you guys excuse me for... Actually, are either of you too good at talking to people?
Well, normally, no. I mean, I'm usually pretty, like, polite and amicable with people. Oslo's like, I mean, I'm usually the intimidation factor, if I'm being completely honest, but...
Well, Mr. Polite, do you think you could go up to the concierge over there and make them aware that we're just looking for something?
Sure. You want me to tell him what we're looking for Timothy Baker?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. And you see he kind of like smooths himself out and he's like, okay, here we go. And he walks up to the maitre d'. Now, mm-hmm. You see him go, he walks up. Maitre d' goes, Laren. Maitre d' looks at him and goes, no. Then he goes, and he turns around, walks back. Now, Laren goes, okay, that guy was rude. He called me a colored. He thought that I was trying to sneak in. I explained to him that I was not, and that I was just looking for somebody. And I asked him if he knew who Timothy Baker was. He said, no. And then he told me to kindly get back into line and wait for my turn. So, I didn't get anything out of him, but I did get a look just before I left. I got a look at the ledger that he has, like the list of names that are on there. And there's no Timothy Baker on the list of names of the book that he's got. But I don't know if that means that that's people who have like reservations or if that's like clientele list. I don't know any of that.
I see. Well, it has become unknown to now unlikely. Not that there's not a chance he isn't there. I think we should move on for now. I don't want to wait in this line all day.
Does this guy have his color? This Timothy Baker? Or...
Yes.
Because it seems like... It seems like the places here don't like people who have their color, but like some of the less fortunate people really like people who don't have their color or who have their color. You know what I mean?
Yes, maybe it means that they can get away with more things. They're obviously new to
Maybe. I mean, the way I see it is like you're so strong that like the shadow curse doesn't pervade. So I would want to stay away from people who have their color. But
I haven't thought of it that way. Different perspectives do bring on different options. Well, it does seem the only thing else I could think of is that Timothy Baker is a traitor. And a traitor would be wanted in most any town. I don't know, though, if they value such things.
well, okay. Well, he was coming here for what?
To meet us and to get soul coins.
Okay. He was here to get soul coins and to meet you here.
Yes, we did say that we would meet him here. He said that he would be coming.
So if he was coming here to get soul coins, where would we find the soul coins? Because I assume if we find soul coins, we'll find him.
I was pointed in the direction of an investigator for that.
Okay, well, then maybe since Rabe told us to go to the marketplace and then told us to go to the arenas and then told us to go where else?
Those two were what I had. To the market or the arena.
So maybe if he's willing to fight for it, then maybe the arenas might be giving away soul coins as a prize. Or
I don't think we're aware of where this investigator is.
What's the place called?
Lost and Found Detective Agency.
Well, let's just go ask somebody.
Is anyone in line behind me?
You guys are the last in line. There is someone in front of you. There's actually 5 other people in front of you.
Yeah, but with someone behind me, I could say, "Hey, do you want my spot?" For info. He's going to step on to get in the periphery of the elf in front of him. Excuse me.
Well, the person in front of you isn't a Shadow Archive. No, the person in front of you, hiya. Give me 1 sec here, hiya. No, I said hiya. Thank you. The person in front of you is. The person in front of you is a gray, formless person. They have 2 yellow eyes that stand out as being yellow, but they are gray and formless. And they seem to be wearing a 3-piece like suit. So they look over to you.
Excuse me. You wouldn't happen to be aware of where Lost and Found Detective Agency?
As you ask, you notice their eyes like looking you up and down. And for it, their eyes in that short amount of time, they're looking you up and down.
Do I know what a doppelganger is?
You didn't before. You already rolled for that once, and you didn't know. But you looking you up and down, they go. And then their face forms into yours, and they go, "Yes, I can help you find, or I can point you in the way."
That would be much appreciated.
Of course. But which would you rather? Would you rather me help you by leading you, or by pointing you in the way?
I'm aware of how long this line seems to be taking. If you could just point me in the right direction.
Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck.
Ooh.
I say it while doing backflips. Can I just do acrobatics?
Look how cool I am. Did you just want to point the direction to me?
Alright, lift them up while I say it.
Oh no.
Well, there we go.
He goes,
Yikes.
"Well, you see," this is you looking at a spitting image of your face, except it has yellow eyes instead of your swirly nebulous eyes. He goes, "Well, you see, that's the trick. It would seem that the lost and found is also itself lost in the shale. Head to the shale, and maybe someone there might..." No.
Where's the jail?
He kind of points over. It's what we call that area with all of the rundown abodes.
I see. The one that's by fisticuffs or this.
Correct. The fist cuff fighting arena is located within the district known as the Shale.
I see. Starts pointing at his notebook. What race would you say you're part of, and how long could you hold transformation?
Me, I would say I can hold this indefinitely.
Is it just a physical transformation, or do you take on traits?
Ah, I see. Well, I must keep secrets close to the chest, as it were.
Secrets of your kind, or
Of course.
yourself. Could you at least explain if your kind is rare or native?
The curiosity that I am reading off of you is interesting. I'd be willing to tell you if there were payment.
Holds up a gold coin.
Unfortunately, the nature of my work, that is not enough for a potential security breach.
I asked, what about just for the bare minimum?
I believe I've already answered that in telling you that I can hold this indefinitely. That is the bare minimum.
Does your race have a name?
We are called many things by many people. We ourselves call ourselves the Shai Halud.
I see. Thank you for giving me this information. Direction. Constant. I hope that you.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What?
Well, thank you for the information on you. Thank you for information on your kind and pointing me in the direction that I've requested. I hope that you, possibly yours, has a delightful evening at this restaurant. He's gonna turn and walk away, and flicking the gold coin at him.
Okay. As you turn, you flick, you walk away, you would hear it ping, 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 ping onto the floor.
That is for you.
And he has turned away from you and resumed his gray visage.
I pick up the coin.
Okay. You walk back over and you pick it up off the ground. Put it in your pocket.
We have gotten a direction, it seems. He says the other two.
That guy was fucking creepy, man. What the fuck was that thing?
They call themselves the... I didn't save my work. What do you call himself? The Shayanon?
The Shai Halud.
Shai... They seem to call themselves the Shialoh. They seem like a very secretive bunch. If they are a race, I'm not quite convinced that he is. He might just be an experiment, twist of mockery. He doesn't seem to have a form of its own. His form is ever changing. I'm not quite sure. He didn't give me much information. We don't have time. Coin, I fear, to spend as much time as I would want to learn more of these unique creatures of this realm. I could find 100 uses for someone with that type of ability.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, if you just had the power to just be anyone you wanted to be, that's pretty good power over there.
Yes, you could
creepy,
also
though.
think of it as if you possibly skinned one of them, could you use that outfit to forever cast yourself as somebody else? That's very useful for Calamar.
Laren's like, that's fucking dark. I mean, it makes sense, but it's kind of morbid. All right, so we're off to the, what do you call it, the shale?
Yes, he said the shale is roughly this area. Broken house, though, slightly broken down houses you see over there. That also where the fisticuffs is, so that is also the direction we were going to be next. He also claims that this lost and found is in fact itself lost and found. I'm not quite sure what he meant. Maybe something was lost in translation.
Yeah. All right. That's sure, why not? That
But he was the most agreeable being I have met on this plane so far.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Fuck.
Do it with advantage. Because the other two are going to be helping you.
Let's see.
Oof. That's fine. Okay.
Better than usual.
You guys go from the Olivieran across the big other main street and begin working your way from top to bottom of the shale. And Rabe, you and Fortis have exited. You've made your way downtown, walking fast. Okay, never mind. All right.
And they're homebound.
Bruno just goes, and you immediately, I mean, you know how to get there, right? Going through the shale, you and Bruno, sorry, it's not even Fortis, it's just now Bruno is in game.
Yeah, it's just Bruno
playing Bruno in game. You and Fortis, you guys don't have to worry about much because you don't have your color, right? You guys are local yokel. As you guys come walking through, you would pass by a Shed Archive that you have had just like a couple of dealings with. No one, like, he's not really like a wait for it. He's not really like a regular of yours, but his name is Vesel.
Vesel?
Yeah. VE.
Is he
SELE.
Got it.
He's just kind of like sickly looking Shed Archive. He's like really, really gaunt faced, even for their own kind. He's like, hello, Mr. Rabe. I have some information that you might want.
Vesel, my friend, you are doing well, yeah? You
About as good as can be.
Fortis, would you mind stepping away just a little bit? Not too far
away. I'm
How
actually
far
gonna
away are you gonna get?
for 5 minutes. I'm gonna just look around and see what they have going on. I will actually be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Fortis goes to the fair, gets some cotton candy, takes a ride on the little circle
gets an
jet.
elephant ear, some funnel cakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all the good stuff.
He goes to Sausage Fest. So he kind of looks. He's like, what's the going rate on whether or not you're in danger?
Myself,
Potentially.
I will pay. How about 2 gold?
2 whole gold. Okay. There is word traveling very fast that well, you dropped off a carriage at the stables, yes?
Yes.
This carriage and you are in the company of people who have their color, yes?
Oh, yes. That's. I have warned them about the price.
Well, particularly, you have an elf.
We have one elf who is of astro elegant origin, I believe.
Okay. You also have an Eladrin, yes, an Eladrin of the fall variety traveling with you.
Is
Oleg said that there was a Eladrin that got off of that cart.
that must have passed me by.
The one with red hair, gold skin, looked like a tree as it is dying. You would.
Doesn't bring him.
Are you lying?
He's described. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You want me to roll deception?
Yeah. Go ahead. As he's, as you're, you're like, I don't know. It doesn't really ring a bell.
Come on, dice, don't fit up. There we go.
That's good. That's good that you got that reliable talent, because otherwise it would have been a 16. 1 sec. He is going to do the thing. He's like, well, look, it's not for me to say, but word on the street is that you are in company of Eladrin. They've already met the Blight, and the Blight has they offered to provide what is the word? Renouncing. But they are looking. Currently, not all of the gangs give a shit, but the Blight does. Which, of course, as you know, means eventually they will get, hold on to your butt, eventually the Widowmakers will get involved. Look, this stays between you and me, of course. Go ahead and make me an insight check. You have to beat a 16.
Does a double check mean I get advantage on the roll?
It means you have expertise.
Okay. Thank God for that too. Jesus.
So he says to you, look, as always, this stays between you and me, of course. You know, I don't go blabbing my mouth to anybody. You know he's lying. Immediately. You know he's a fucking songbird. He's like, but I'm just letting you know this might become problem.
Rabe is going to begin like the coin tricksters, how they'll make the coins like go through their fingers. He'll do that with 2, and then eventually like palm one of them and slide it back down his sleeve and go, it is funny how the words of someone can be so obviously, and then like hold up 2 coins and then begin flipping them again, can so obviously be false when they are seeking 1 goal. Don't try to lie to me, please. I consider you a friend. I don't say that about many. I don't care if you
sleight
tell
of hand
us.
first,
Okay.
and then you're trying to intimidate him, of course.
Shit.
And then you're trying to intimidate him, of course.
No, Rabe is just like you get one instead of two now because it's obvious you're passing this on. Rabe's not trying to intimidate him, but more so going like, I don't mind you talking, but don't try to pass it off as you being noble towards me.
Gotcha. Hey, you're the one that said that information possibly leading to you not dying is worth 2 gold, but I will take 1 gold. That is fine.
What do I know if Vessel has like family or anything?
Make me a history check.
Come on, Dice. Oh God, Dice, why are you failing me now, baby? Come on.
As far as you know, he's just a junkie. He's a junkie that keeps himself on a street. He's always doing, like, he always finds himself in seedy business with seedy companionship, and that's just because he's train spotting all the time. Right? But you don't know if he actually has anybody.
Vessel and like Rabe does he have like pockets or like is it just like beggar's clothes more or less?
He's got
like,
beggar's clothes, but he's got pockets all over the place.
Rabe is going to like slip the 1 coin into like his breast pocket. Vessel, my friend, listen. What you need to do is you need to get me better information, more useful. I pay 1 gold for useless information, 2 golds for information that may obtain to me right now. But for the juicy secrets, you get 5 or 10. Think about how much you could do with it. Really. It's quite impressive what a good mind and a good secret can buy from the right buyer. But again, don't try to treat me like I'm some sort of fool. Yeah? I am, just because I am not a Shatterkai, does not mean I do not know the ways.
Look, here's the thing. I came to you with information telling you that the Blight headed out for the people that you have brought here. And I gave you the advice that the Widowmakers, they come potentially at some point. Now, if that is not enough to keep your head on swivel, that is your business. But it's okay. We are friends. Right? This you say.
So get yourself some coffee in the good. Yeah. You look like you need some bulk on those boats. But thank you for the information. I always appreciate when my contact tell me such thing. It's good to know that I need to look over my back.
Okay, man. Good luck. And he's going to kind of like slide himself off of the wall, and he's going to just start like walking past you.
I'm just gonna like motion to Fortis. Like, all right, business done.
Fortis, you walk away. You walked away, or were you just like eyeballing the situation while it was going down, or what?
Yes, I was. To the best
Okay,
of my
give me a perception check.
I was gonna say it's to the best of my ability.
He's just jacking in the
Find
corner.
out.
He's like, oh yeah, look at him touch that elf.
No, get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Hey, I rolled a 1. I'm not even gonna do the math on that one.
Okay, so you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
You know, they were talking in such hushed tones, and for you, you're like this is the first bit of coffee you've had in like almost a year. You're like, oh, I'm actually feeling kind of chipper today. Ooh, wow. But you're starting to notice your surroundings for the first time. You've actually, since you've gotten here, you've been in pretty much like a alcohol raging like fever dream of like everything's a blur. The only people that you fucking even remember are Morgana and Hugo. As who have been like your main people this whole entire time. But now you're actually taking in the situation, you're taking in your surroundings. You might even be getting that sort of like that battle awareness back in this brief like coffee, right? You're like, oh, this place fucking sucks. But so you're so preoccupied with like situational awareness that you're missing the actual conversation until this guy walks off, and you see even with the one, you see as he looks around the corner, he kind of like looks back and then continues. Like he looks back over at Rabe and then goes as Rabe is like waving you on.
I go back to Rabe and like, I remember why I don't drink coffee. Everything sucks.
It's that episode of South Park where Stan develops alcoholism because like everything just sucks.
Everything Everything's just shit.
Everything is shit. Yeah. All right. So you guys, it's just a short little jaunt. You make your way to the group home. Rabe, you already know this. The group home is a single-story home that has like 8 sectioned off areas. It used to be at one point just one big open 4 walls and a roof, and then they've made it almost like a medical
Military
retrieve. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not military barracks. Like there's like curtains sectioning off like places like who were the medics in Fallout New Vegas? They were like the free something
the followers of the apocalypse.
Yeah. You know how like everything that they have is like medical everything, right? They're all like Doctors Without Borders or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what this is in this group home. There's one person, and that one person is that one person's name is Ishal, and that is the medical practitioner, if you want to call it that is here. Everybody else that stays here is usually injured or sick in some sort of way, and they also see homelessness as well as alcoholism, if you any sort of vices as a disease.
Yeah.
So you tend to get the same kinds of people that stay here. It's almost like a men's mission, but not just men.
Yeah.
As you approach the door itself, barely hanging on, and you can just push it right open if you are willing.
Before they go in, like Rabe is going to obviously like full display to like Fortis, like unlatch his holster, make sure like each of the chambers in his revolver actually has a bullet in it before going. We might be being hunted because of one of our party's disguise, so be on the lookout for that.
Trust me with Luca? Okay, your funeral.
Well, just be prepared. You know how to swing a sword, even if you're drunk. It should be fine. Just try to seem threatening.
Obviously, you haven't been around me drunk and swinging a sword.
No, it's been a while. Too long. Also, don't bring up the alcohols. A lot of them are here for glug too much. Yeah.
I know all too well.
Actually, Fortis also Fortis, you would know kind of this place, but only in the regards that Hugo and Morgana have often told you. You should go to the group home and get yourself fixed. They have said that to you like a few times, like they will get you the help that you need, my love, or whatever she said to you. Yeah. And then you've always just been like 3 bottles in and so, yeah, fuck it, whatever, right? But you guys go in, you're hearing there's like some coughing going on from people. It's very, very quiet in this place. There's not like screaming. It's not like a battle tent where they're like, oh my God, and nothing like that. But you would hear like coughing. There's a couple of like small sobs, and you'll notice that there's Well, let's see. Hiya and hiya. Hiya. Okay, there's 2 female Shadarkai that are kind of going back and forth from like area to area, and then there's the one person Ishal that has a clipboard, legit like doctor smocks, and a clipboard walking by and making rounds, and there's a little tiny like a medical preparation like station at the front just ahead of everything, and it's got locked cabinets, these metal, they almost look like what you would know as like gun lockers, right? They're locked, barred across, and so on and so forth, so that way people can't get into them. As Ishal looks up, he's like, "Oh, hello, Raven. Welcome back. You are here for Nysara, yes?"
Yes, Dr. Isha.
Okay. She is in the back. We had to move her. We have just finished changing her bandages. The rot, it still is taking hold. Please, comfort her. Welcome.
This is my friend Fortis. I don't know if he's welcome in the room, but
Of course, Fortis.
he had nowhere else to go. So
Hello, you have, and he kind of like, he's looking you over. He's going to use a medicine check on you real quick. Ooh, that's the wrong. This is the right. He's going to use a medicine check as he looks you over. Fortis, you look exhausted. Would you be possibly needing rest?
No rest is required today.
Okay. Make sure you are drinking enough water, good clean water. You look like you're starting to sweat. You're showing signs of beginning alcoholism, but it can be saved. It's okay. If you need help, we are here to help. We help everyone. We can also help the heart if you need help talking to somebody. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Please. As he's going to go off to do something else. So, Nysara's room or area, he points you, as always, it's always the one at the end on the left. You approach. The curtain is currently drawn closed on this particular section.
yeah, before going in, like Rabe will just be like, "Okay, so we want to be quiet, not be too ruckusy or anything like that. If anything happens, we want to push him outside, and then we'll do the battle. But maybe not come down to that."
For once, I agree with you. If we're too loud, they might put straitjackets on me.
Oh yeah. Usually I bring her like bacon or like different food, sometimes some eggs or something like that. So if you want like a nibble, you can have that too.
I'm not gonna take someone else's food. Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know how hungry you are, so And then Rabe will like slowly open the curtain and like looking.
Okay. So, opening the curtain, you would see, and Fortis, you would see this too, is you see an interesting female Shadarkai. She looks like, okay, half of her face is younger. The other half literally looks like it's aged about 70 years away from the other one. As she's sitting up, she's kind of like, she looks to you guys, you can see that the left side of her body, her hands are withered and old all the way down, the wrinkled flesh on her skin, the way that, like, imagine a retirement home on the left side and youthful exuberance on the right side, right? Like the piercings in her ears are all like hanging extra low from time. Even her clothes look like they are just tattered and frayed as they go across, sort of covering the front parts of her, but they literally look like the clothes themselves have been like worn away to time as they get to her side. She does have her leg wrapped up in what looks like medical gauze.
Okay.
As she kind of comes in and she goes, "Oh, Rabe, my friend. It's so good to see you again."
Nysara, I must apologize for not making the trip here enough. You know, I get busy, but I don't want to alarm you. I brought my friend. This is Fortis. He is old friend from a long time ago. So I don't know if you want him to be here.
Old friend, you see, as she kind of like points to her.
Oh, you
to
have
her-
the
her
joke.
age.
It makes me smile a little. But I don't know if you want him to be here or not. So I thought I'd rather bring him in, and if you don't want him, then he can wait outside. But if you don't mind, he can sit while we talk.
Sure,
I brought coffee. I brought water. I brought bacon because I don't have any eggs right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I thank you for everything. Okay. Please, I am not ashamed of my appearance, if that is what you're looking at. But please come in. Let's talk for a while. It's so nice to have visitor.
Yeah, Rainbow. Like I'm assuming there's like a regular medical like room. There's like desk chairs and stuff like that.
No, yes, of course. Oh yeah, of course. There's like fold out Adirondack chairs or what have you.
Oh no, the
you're able
DM
to-
just turned into an old lady. Oh, weird.
This is me.
Death.
But no, you're totally fine to pull out a couple of chairs.
Yeah, Ray will like pull one over and like leave it for Fortis and then pull another one over. Begin unpacking his bag and like pulling out like the canteen of water, the canteen of coffee, and then like just like wrapped up. I don't want to say plate, but like almost like a paper towel wrap, like just offering of bacon.
Oh, wow! It smells so good. Yeah, you notice that as she's talking, the left side of her mouth, the teeth are gone. It looks as if they had fallen out. And then so it's like the whole right
straight
side
gap.
of her mouth. Yeah, looks like literally like almost straight down
Before
the
and
middle.
after.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh, thank you." This is as you give her some of the bacon and some of the coffee. She like forces the bacon to the side of her mouth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes as salty as I remember. Good.
I had a new friend drop by. He was pretty good at cooking. I thought maybe he could help, but it seems like he didn't want to. So I tried to make it less salty, but you know, you have 50 pounds of salt. Sometimes you a pinch and then another pinch, and then by the end of it, you have 50 pinches.
Well,
Salt.
you know, pigs are hard to come by. You get where you can. What brings you to this neck of the woods? You just stopping in for a chat, or?
No, I don't want to call them friends yet, but companions. New companions drop by. I wanted to show them the city. I told them to hide the color, and they have not. Bad deal for me.
Well, you know,
But-
it's happens.
But they have a noble quest. They want to go slay Dorset. So I said, I will gladly join them.
Quiet your face. You listen to me. You be quiet, Rabe. You do not say that loudly. You are not going to lead them to him, are you?
We have protect.
You would have it happen again.
Not without me, sir. This time, I will not lead pigs to slaughter. I will guide the sheep and protect them as I can.
Please.
I will not have more.
You know, I
I
don't hold this what happened on you. But you must be careful when you bring others there. It is no joke. It is no laughing matter. This I would not wish on anyone. Half of my heart has aged, they say. I am weakening by the day. If they are so lucky, I would only wish that this would have taken me completely, as I can feel my body trying to go back to the Queen. Please tell me you're not truly considering going back.
Without any of his essence, I cannot find a way to undo what he has done. It's the only way to even possibly scratch the enigma around what has happened with you is to do this. I know that you are going to tell me until I leave not to do this. And if I was a sane man, I would agree with you. But Eridan agrees with me. Corby thinks that it is time as well. It's the only choice of action we have.
There is always another choice, Rabe.
Yeah, but in this case, I would rather not wait out the clock to get a 1 in a million chance of him being vulnerable. These two people seem quite capable. Not that you would. I don't mean it in any disrespectful state, but that one of them is very much a go-getter.
If you log into Foundry, you can see a picture of her. Sorry, please.
Not very social, but he seems to have the round of tremendous evade. And I think that evade helps him in combat. And if it does, then good.
I don't understand battle prowess or tactics, but what I do understand is that, well, I keep fucking dropping shit. I don't want. I would not want for you to have the same fate befall you. Even if you're going there for vengeance or for undoing this, please understand. He is a lord for a reason. This is not a crime boss. This is not some monster he hobbled up in a cave. This is a lord of the Deadwoods. I thought that he would be like everyone else. We all breathe the same air, right? He's not. I know there is nothing that I can say to stop you from this endeavor, but please, if you insist on going, be careful. He will catch you unawares if you are not careful. And when he does, he will not let go. And he is opening windows all around us. I can even hear the creak of the beds, as if the Lord up in his high tower is everywhere around us.
If I did not have Fortis with me, then I would double sync and maybe hire entire platoon of army. But this is a Fortis wardenship. The only one who could stand months without his guard, and then when his guard said, "Hey, listen to me," he said, "9. I will not. I will go my own path and be better for it." And look at him now.
Don't
Well, I mean, he
yell,
doesn't have.
Please.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You know, I get excited when I tell stories of old days.
She looks to you, Fortis. She goes, "So, you are his ace in the hole? You can defeat this lord?"
Ford is still trying to remember, like, when the fuck did I say 9? Now, oh, yeah, it's not wrong. I do have skill. I am strong enough to best a very worthy adversary.
I see. Well, you see my scars. You see what has happened to me, yes?
Yes.
This is the power of the Lord of the Deadwood. This is the power granted to him by some horrible devil. Please, Fortis Warden Shield, protect my friend Rabe as best you can, but you couldn't possibly understand what it is that you are marching towards. It is death. Certain death. I don't mean to drag the conversation to a sad place or a dour one, but I did not expect that my friend Rabe and his friend Eridan would ever want to go back there after seeing what he did to me so handedly.
Oh, I can assure you that when we go there, we won't go foolishly.
At this point, Rabe is going to pull out one of the tinctures of the potion and go, "Our new companions got a soul essence, they called it, and had me brew a potion to help us stave off the effects. This, along with them and Fortis, the key we need. And as I said, I have already bargained for them that I will take a little bit extra just to make sure that once you are out of here, because you will be older, young, hopefully younger, but you still look pretty good older too. So,
Oh, stop. You make me blush, shades of grey.
that way you can still have. Oh, what is a safer though?
God damn you.
But that way, even when you are gone, you won't have to rely on going out and fighting so soon. You can sit back and relax for a few months.
Well, that gives me hope, at least. You seem to know what you're doing. This time around? I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, I hope you have recruited the best that you can find. That is it. That's all I am saying to you. For this sentence is over. period. So
Alright.
awkward sentences away. Fortis, please. Fill the silence.
Rabe, I take it you heard her very well. Word to word.
Well, we don't want to take up your time. You are a busy gal, you know. Must have many. I mean, I'm sure the doctor comes in and just blushes and flirts with you all day. So,
Ah, yes.
would you prefer the coffee or the water? Which one should I leave for you?
Well, if I drink the coffee, my heart might stop. Maybe
Oh,
just
that's-
water for now.
Okay, I will leave the
Unless
water for
you
you.
have decaf?
I will make that next time. Okay.
Okay.
Also, next time, your heart would be better. So,
Do you at least have a cigarette? They don't give us smokes here.
Fortis, do you have cigarette?
Fortunately, that's one of the few things I still haven't conquered.
Let me go back into town. I will get a pack, and then I will smuggle them in. Don't worry.
Okay, don't keister them. They still check there.
Oh, well, they didn't check my holsters this time. Maybe I can stuff them in the gun barrel. Is that my fault?
Maybe. Well, thank you for the drink and for the bacon. I always appreciate our little chats. I will think of them fondly in the future, wherever that may lead.
Rabe's gonna grab like her hand and like double-hand it as if she's talking to someone dying and go, after this, don't worry. I will have Calamar make you the most splendid meal when you are fully rejuvenated, and you will love it. He made for me, and it was delectable. I love it.
I can't wait to meet all of your friends. Glad that
You
have
can
them.
you can probably wait to meet some of them, but Calamar, I think you would like. He has a weird face, but very good at cooking. You would love it.
Well, that is very good. Thank you. Don't forget to ask for any sort of healing from Dr. Ishal on your way out.
We will, don't worry. Don't do too much walking now. That's bad for you, I hear.
There is a cookie tin on the counter over there. Grab a cookie before you leave. I have some caramel candies in my purse. I'm kidding.
But do you have the strawberry candies? The hard one with the gold inside? Or those are the bad?
Okay,
He's
get
still
out. Go get the fuck out.
What about some buttermints? You have some of those, right?
That's it.
We should go.
I'm dying. I'm dying. The questions are killing me. All right, get out. Okay.
Yeah. Rabe will grab one cookie as it.
You open the
Jesus.
tin. It's just sewing shit.
Oh, just.
It's
Alright.
just sewing stuff
Act
inside
like,
of
he,
the cookie
act
tin.
like he grabs a cookie and then put the tin back.
Yep. So, where head you now?
Well,
No, Fortis. The world is our playboy. What shall we do? Burn the village?
I think we should
What
get
is the-
back to the tavern. Just go back to our ruins for a bit. I still haven't met the rest of the crew.
Oh, wait. No. We need to find the others. If that information that Visa was telling me is true, then they might be in trouble. So
Okay. Where are they?
I have no idea. So let's start at the tavern. Maybe we get a pint just to ensure the search starts. Oh wait, they don't have pints. They only. Oh god.
Let's just go back to the tavern. If we're lucky, we might meet someone that has a way to communicate with them.
Fair.
Okay, if you guys are gonna head back to Baldur's Bulge. All right.
yeah.
Roll me a D100, please.
You want me to do it again, Bruno?
Let me actually give it one more crack.
Crack it. Whack it. Whack it.
Answer is 13.
13? You
Yep.
got a 13 on a D100?
Yep, I made sure to click the right one.
Oh my god, though. No way. All right. Cool. Do me a favor, roll me a D20, please. All right. As you guys are leaving, you pass by the bathhouse on your way. Out front of the bathhouse, you notice a collection of very colorful people. There is, hold on, let me fucking bring this up. As always, there is hiya, and oop, 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 oop. Nope, that's not what I want. Get back there. All right. You find yourself, there is an orc, not an orc made of metal or anything like that. There is this sort of like large orc with all of these intricate tattoos across his forehead and then down and around his face, kind of framing his actual face with his big tusks that come through. The tusks themselves have been carved out in the same sort of intricate pattern. He is green, like very, very green. He's got this really, he almost looks like Blanca from Street Fighter, the shock of red hair that comes down his back. He is wearing a loincloth, and that's it. On his back, he has two axes that kind of cross his back. Somehow he must be squeezing them with his back muscles. There is also this human-looking fella who normally would look human, except that he has these sort of like little nubby wings that stick out of his sides, right? Or out of his back. They almost look like miniature angel wings, and his eyes have this sort of like blue halo around them. He is wearing this sort of almost like gilded chainmail. There is, ooh yeah. Roll me a d4 real quick, since I didn't set this.
4.
Yep, okay. Please. Sick. Okay, so what you see is you also see this little goblin person. This goblin has a this sort of like rusty orange looking face paint that looks like it's in a hat, like a handprint, almost like an Uruk from Lord of the Rings. He's short. He's wearing these sort of like, they almost look like robes, but they look like they're tied, and they're kind of flowy, but they have pant legs. It almost looks like what Bruno and Josh know as like the like a karate gi or like a jujitsu gi. And the last one is a hiya. Oh, cool. You see this person who has a human body clad in plate mail with a snake head. Like their head is a snake, like a cobra, like a hood out cobra head. As they are conversing, and you hear the one, and then they're like the goblins, and and the orc is, they turn and they walk away from you guys, inside of the bathhouse, and you hear the ka-chink, like a falling of a pouch. Looking down, it looks as though one of them had dropped a small pouch. Just off of the entrance of the bathhouse, and they all three of them go into all four of them go into the bathhouse.
Wow. I was a snake man if I ever saw one.
You guys can both roll me a history or a nature check if you want to know what that snake man was. Just if you want to.
History or nature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do that.
Shit. God damn it.
Yeah, snake man.
Cool.
Okay, you guys gonna keep going to Baldur's Bulge then?
Yes.
You said they dropped the pouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just leave and not realize it?
Didn't seem like they noticed it. They were talking, they were walking, dropped a thing, they walked into the bathhouse.
Gonna pick up the pouch.
I'm gonna walk up and just pluck it.
Yeah. Look inside real quick. Like, quick peek before putting it away.
Okay. Looking inside, looks like there's a piece of felt that's over the opening.
Oh. Tuck it away.
Okay. It makes a little bit of a jingle as you zip it and pocket.
Does it
Now you guys.
jingle jangle?
Mm-hmm. It actually does, and it oingo boingo bongo. All right, so you guys are gonna go to the.
I'm so happy in the junk.
Yeah. Right. Fuck. So you guys are gonna make your way to the to Baldur's Bulge. You guys get to Baldur's Bulge, and that's where we're going to take a look at Fayte, Laren, Oslo. Fayte, Laren, Oslo. You did an investigation check that responded into a 15. So you find yourself through the shale. In the shale, this collection of rundown, decrepit, fucked up houses. You guys are walking around. You run into. Well, okay. Let's not do that now. That was weird. You guys kind of encounter some like a group of people, if you will. They're not like, they don't look like they're affiliated. They're not wearing the same uniforms. They just look like a group of. There's 3 Shadar-kai, and there is one gray cat person that kind of looks like the cat person that you met back at Gilmore's Ruins, the one that was like selling you shit or whatever, right? He looks kind of like that, like almost like a cheetah, but standing up on 2 feet, very Khajiit. Laren goes, "Hey, should we ask them if they know where the lost and found is?" You're muted.
I don't see the harm in asking.
All right. Do you want to ask him, or do you want one of the other guys to ask him?
I'm expecting the guy who asked him. So I just kind of look at him.
He goes, "Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm okay. I'll be the face. Here we go." And he's going to turn and walk over to them. Are you traveling with them, or are you gonna like give them space?
I'm with.
Okay, so he turns up and he's, as you guys all approach, he's like, "Hi, excuse me, folks. Hi, I need some help." The Tabaxian looks at us. "What is it that you could possibly be needing in a place like this? You could find everything here." "Well, Mr. Tabaxi Man, please, call me Pockets." "All right, Pockets. We're looking for a detective agency, the Lost and Found. We were told that we could find anyone or anything when we came in." "Ah, I see. Well, do either of you, or do any of you know where the Lost and Found is?" And I have Laren make me a persuasions. Okay. One of them goes, Oh, you're looking for the cop, the detective, what was his name? Magnum Colombo, yes? I think, and he kind of looks to Fate.
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect, that is correct. Yes. Where could we find this gentleman and his place of business? Another one goes, well, if you are looking, you will find, but he's in the basement. You gotta go to 3 houses down. He is in the basement over there. You'll see a sign, or unless he's been vandalized again, you won't see a sign. So go 3 houses down, go around the back. There are cellar doors. Cellar doors.
I see. Thank you for this information. Be on.
All right. Well, thanks for your trouble, boys. Of course. Remember, keep your color. The tabaxi goes, yes, I suppose keep your color.
He
I was
doesn't
like-
mind to it anymore.
Huh?
He doesn't really pay much mind to it.
Yep. As you guys are walking off, Laren's like, why do they keep saying that? That's like the 4th person that's told us to keep our colors, but it doesn't seem like keeping your colors is a good idea.
I'm not aware myself. Maybe someone more used to these parts might know.
Almost seems sarcastic. Oh well. So you guys take a quick stroll, a few houses down,
House down.
turn around.
Yep.
Around to the back, you see some cellar doors at the basement area of one of these houses. He's like, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll open them up.
Okay, so
Real
you-
quick, do I see a sign?
No, you don't.
Yeah, I open them up.
So you open the cellar door, and inside you hear, come on in. I'm always ready for more business.
I go in.
So the 3 of you guys go in, and what you hear, so inside of here, what you see is you see 3 of these hanging lights. They're hanging lanterns that kind of create, they look like they've been hooded at the top. So they kind of create this like downlighting around a desk and what looks like literally a metal filing cabinet. And you see a guy kick with his legs kicked back on a desk, and he's got like a trilby hat on, right? And he's got this sort of duster, and he goes, oh, well, like as you guys approach, he's like, I knew from the moment they walked into my doors that I had a job on my hands. I could tell by the cut of their skins that they weren't your average adventurers.
Mr. Colombo, I presume.
And he sits up, he goes, that's right, Magnum Colombo. Somehow these adventurers knew who I was. I'd have to get it down to the bottom of that.
I've been told you might be able to help me with a problem I have. Multiple, that is.
That's how a job always starts. They walk in, some damsel in distress, needing something done by a hard-boiled cop. And he stands up, he's like, of course. What's the nature of your problems? I could tell this one was really strong. The other 2 seem to be relatively young and naive. Detective's eye and all.
I have a person that is quite lost to me. Also an item that I would also like to be found.
Of course. Laren goes, are you hearing that? Laren's like, I'm sorry, is that your thoughts? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but what I do know is that in this city, anything can be found. And then for the right price. But of course, I'm the only one that there could be to find things in this town. As I looked these guys over, I could tell they weren't from around these parts.
We're
But-
not from around these parts.
He's like, but when you get down to brass tacks, I'm always the good guy. Just need to find me a sip of whiskey.
Before you partake of your ethers, do you know by a man by the name of I always forget, Timothy Baker?
He goes, let me think about that. Do I know anyone? What does this Timothy Baker do for a living, mind you?
He still has his color. He's a trader by profession. He is a dark-skinned, white-haired individual with multiple piercings and a mustache that seems to flow from his nostrils.
I see. Well, let me hop on the blower here and I'll find out if anybody's bopped him or not. And he goes to shake your hand. Magnum Columbo. P.I.
After waiting a second, he shakes his hand.
Fayte Atreus.
Nice to meet you, Fayte. Atreus? Well,
Guess I've picked up along my way this dead woods.
he looks to the rest of them and goes, any of you guys got any butts? And the Oslo's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? He looks at him and goes, they didn't really seem the straight and narrow type at first glance, but after asking him for a cigarette, I could definitely tell that these ones were straight edge, if you will. Well, you know, I know a couple of Brunos around the corner that might be able to give me exactly what I need to be able to find this, John. He turns around.
His name is Timothy Baker.
Yeah, you said that.
Also, we are in need of soul coins. Timothy Baker would also be in town inquiring about soul coins, if that would help narrow down a search.
Oh, I see.
Where he has visited these parts a lot. I or my group might know where he could find and procure some. Our biggest hint was to go and find you, Mr. Calamar, the lost and found agency.
Well, seeing as how I'm the only dick in town, it might just do. I might have to go find another Derek. See if maybe I can get some pockets greased. You know, down there at the drum.
I don't.
As he walks around the desk and he sits back down, he goes, looks like I'm about to get myself into a doozy. But hey, this won't be any bowl of duck soup.
I will admit that my funds for such things are very impressive. What will it cost to procure your services? Quests.
Well, I'll tell you this much. If you boys are flat, then this might be a bust, but I doubt it. You see, me personally, I'm always looking for, how do I put this? My memories as they're going back through all the different cases as I look these three people in need over. They take me back to the goon. You know, that one what roughed me up. My fellow gumshoe, of course. The weeks and weeks of going to the head doctors over there. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do it for some ice. Not just any ice, the biggest piece we can find in this city. I think I might know where to find a trader. Probably in the jug.
I'm not sure what this ice is.
Wait a minute. You can hear that?
Hear what?
Kind of looks you over. I don't know if this cat's a mind reader or not.
I do not possess the required skills.
His eyes get a little wide for a second. There he goes. And he goes. He does a chin up like, all right. Well, listen here. Looks like we've got ourselves the perfect lookout. I knew he could read my mind. Huh.
He looks around like he could be talking to somebody else.
Hold on a sec. I gotta go to the old mill real quick. He pulls out a typewriter. So, you say you're looking for a Timothy Baker. You know, one of them dark meats, huh?
I presume so.
Said he's a trader.
Yes.
You're looking for a coin. A soul coin. Uh-huh. He slaps it back over. All right, he might be doing a bid in the pen. Anyone looking for trouble around here usually is. He goes, but hey.
Are soul coins prohibited?
He stops, he looks at you. Well, they're not exactly illegal. But
they are considered great.
They're considered what?
Are they considered to be of great value?
Of course they're considered to be great value. They're about the biggest rhino in the world. At least in this part of the world. But the problem is that you may run up to some Roscoes. If you're lucky, then, you know, they'll only bop you. If you're unlucky, they'll take you for what you got. You know, Roscoes, gunmen, hitmen. The kind of guys that'll get you into the alleyway and send you to meet the maker.
Yes.
I really sat here having to explain the lingo to this straight edge. I was hoping he wasn't going to crep my style on this case. Oh, well, that's fine.
I will leave it to the professional tactics. Not get it.
Well, a town this big, it'll take forever for me to find one person. I'm going to need all the help I can get. You look like a pretty good snatch.
Yes.
You understand what I'm spitting here?
Yes, of course. Helping you would help this case, so I wish you.
Laren goes, I'm really confused. I can't tell if I'm hearing your thoughts or if you're talking to me about this whole thing. Ah, I see. I took the one sparkly one for a mind reader, but I hadn't considered that all three might potentially be the same. If I didn't play my cards right on this one, I might end up a stiff.
I think it's something like the mannerisms of the alchemist. It's best to be left alone.
Listen here, I've got my ticket, and I'm the best at what I do. I don't expect any judgment from anybody, but I don't understand what you're talking about. Look, here's the problem. You go asking around about soul coins to just anybody, you're going to get a couple of torpedoes, you see? Otherwise, you're going to make a trip for the biscuits. Now look. Now look. Hold on a second. I take it you boys are wearing irons, huh?
Iron.
I could tell by the look of y'all are fighters. Well, listen here. It's going to cost you a yard for me to do this job, and I'm going to need both of you to do it. Otherwise, we're going to get zotzed, you see?
I don't
You understand
know.
what I'm saying?
I do not.
Well,
But I can make an inference with your juxtaposition of subject matter.
he sits back, he pulls out a cigarette, he goes, as I lit my square, I looked up at this palooka over here. I could tell this was going to be a bumpy road, but that's fine. Everybody needs a little bit of muscle. Otherwise, it's going to be one hell of a pill to swallow. All right, we'll find you, Timothy Baker. And if we're lucky, we might even come across a soul coin. How many of you guys is there, huh?
There's 3 with here. We have 2, 3 more in our group.
All right, well, if I intend to find this guy, you should know I'm going to get paid whether he's pooped or not.
That seems reasonable.
All right. Perfect. With us working all together, we'd be able to cover all the corners in a single go. Good thing, too. You guys got the other rags? You're kind of standing out like a sore thumb.
I'm not sure what's right.
You know, your clothing. Come on. You're standing out. You got all your color. No one's going to trust someone who's got their color.
I'm not aware of how to. I would prefer not losing color. Or I don't plan on staying in pain. Or better yet, dead.
Well, you got any kind of a disguise, huh? Anything you can paint on yourself, or possibly?
What race is this guy?
He looks like a human.
Yes,
Oh, actually, here, let me show you what he looks like. I'm sorry. As you guys are looking at this guy, he is Haya and Haya and Haya. Alright. And I was certain. He looks, let me just get to up here. Haya. He honestly looks about as fucking baseline human as it gets. He is black and white. There is a constant. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on to your butts now. All right, hold on. Right, yeah. There it is. And Haya. And Haya. There we go. There is a constant. There you go. Shadow over him.
God.
He's wearing a tie. He's wearing a zoot suit. He's got like the double shoulder holster underneath, and, but he looks very hard boiled.
I myself am able to, for short periods of time, disguise myself as really any other race that's close to my height. That goat color as well.
See, that's the problem with you mooks. You're always trying to do things with magic. You know, a little bit of ash on your face would just make you look gray. Maybe if you picked up some clothes from the street market or something, you might be able to pick up some grays. Otherwise, the place is going to be lousy with them gray elves looking to take advantage of you. You're not even going to be able to make a move, let alone get the Mazuma up to be able to find this Timothy Baker. And next thing you know, you're going to find yourself in a meat wagon.
Is this one of the reasons why they tell us to keep our colors?
Well, I can only suppose that they're telling you to keep your color so that way they can pick you out in a crowd. Take advantage of you.
Timothy Baker has also kept his color.
Now, right? That's probably why you gotta find him.
That should make it easier.
Might make it easier to pick him out in a crowd, but if he ain't in a crowd, then you ain't gonna find him.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have any ash or... Oh, good stuff.
Nah, sorry, pal, I'm fresh out. The problem is that, well, the only thing I'm packing is, my old, my old reliable over here. He kind of opens up his coat a little bit, shows a pistol. He's like, here's the thing, I'm a peeper, but I'm already gray. You see? As I looked over this fella, I could tell that he wasn't familiar with the ways of this world. It's going to be a lot of work to get him up to speed. Might end up charging him double just for the trouble.
I not suggest that.
You don't suggest what? Getting a disguise? What?
He rubs the chest of his outfit, and then
Okay.
where he rubs starts going gray, and then just starts enveloping his entire outfit, and then creeps up along his head as his hair disappears into a bald gray head.
All right. I see. Now you've done decolored your puss. That's good.
I look at the two companions. You wouldn't have a disguise yourselves as well. I do not. Sure.
Laren's like, I mean, I could probably get something. Oslo's like, hey, yo, look, I mean, I guess if that's the case, like I can change myself a bit, but not really for very long. But I'm not changing the digs. I'm just gonna, get rid of my color, I guess. And it's not really gonna be real. It's gonna be an illusion, just so you know.
I think it's best that we keep an eye out for material to spray ourselves as we travel.
All right. I guess that works.
We just need to burn some. Get the soot from there. Let's find something already burning. Sure. They use some form of heat control here.
All right. Well, how about this? If you guys are gonna go pretend to be ringers for a little bit, you might as well go ahead and go take care of that. Make sure that you can blend in, then come on back over here and we'll start the investigation. I don't think you want to start on my hourly wages until you're ready to actually begin the investigation, huh?
See. Is there any place you would suggest we find materials?
I mean, just go up and down the market. You'll probably find somebody. I think the Grievous General Store's got generally things, but I'm not entirely certain. I don't know if they'll charge you a sawbuck, but a double saw, just because you get your color. I wouldn't really tell everybody that you're trying to hide it either. Word gets around fast in this city. You know what I mean?
Thanks
If
for
you find, of course, if you find yourself in front of a sharper, well, good luck.
I will keep that in mind. We will be back, Calamar.
All right.
Walk back up the stairs.
As they left my office, I decided to have a smell from the barrel. I knew that if they came back, this was gonna be one hell of a ride. But
Please shut this guy down.
as you guys, Oslo's like,
See, I personally like it. It's 10 out of 10.
Oslo turns around and he's like, hey man, are you did you guys hear him as you're leaving? Laren's right behind you. I was like, did you get hit in the brain or something? Like, what's going on? All right, you Wise guy, come on, get out of here. Come on back when you don't got your color anymore. He's like, all right. And you guys leave the Lost and Found Detective Agency.
And head towards Grievous' general store.
Okay. Roll me a D100 real quick. All right. You rolling it?
I am. It's going super slow.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, you're good. You're good. So, as they exit the Lost and Found Detective Agency, and they begin walking up out of the shale and across towards the marketplace, we're going to do that slow pull up as we find out what's going to happen next week. Fade to Black, executive producer, Dick Wolf.